Here we go. Kickoff is just moments away from the turf of Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field, between the Ada Cougars and your McAlester Buffaloes, the 99th edition of POTAC. The McAlester Buffaloes, they're wearing their all-black uniforms, black tops, black bottoms, gold numerals on the front and back, and their white helmets, I believe. For the Ada Cougars, looks like they're wearing their white tops, maroon numbers, maroon pants, maroon helmets as well, with the Ada A in white on both sides. So let's send it down to midfield. First, we're going to speak with Mr. Chase McNutt. I know he's getting ready for the coin toss that's going to be coming up in just a moment. But tell us about the vibes of the stadium real quick as we prepare for 99 times with the Ada Cougars.
Brandon, I got to tell you, vibes are astronomically high right now. It's standing room, just about standing room only from right to left. It's more heavy packed on the right side. Near the student section, it looks almost packed from bottom to top. And on the Ada side, they traveled very, very well today. So you got to think it's going to be a very raucous environment. And hey, that's what you want for a rivalry game.
Thank you, Chase. Again, he's going to be working the sideline all night long tonight, so he's going to be keeping us informed. This is the voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, joined alongside my color commentator, Mr. Phillip Jewell Jr. As we're about to have kickoff, what are your final thoughts before kickoff?
This is a big one. It's your last non-conference game before you take a bye week, get healed up, start conference play. But more importantly, it's one word. One word, 5 letters. POTAC. And POTAC can all be summed up with one 4-letter word: hate. And just these dudes, they came into your town. Those fans, they rolled here, and all they're wanting to do is go home with the win. And they're wanting to prove to you, like, hey, last week was a fluke, and you're coming off of a stun gun loss a week ago. And just kind of feel like it took the wind out of your sail. And so all you can do then is just move on. And like I said last week in the postgame, you let that one only sting for so long because it's POTAC, and you get ready because you got a big one tonight.
All right, we're about to have our coin toss for the McAlester Buffaloes, their captains. I'm going to send things down over to Chase McNutt. He can talk about the captains if he'd like to, or if you want to bring it up to me, I got a pretty good view from the other side.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, we've got, let's just go from left to right. We've got Braden Bumpus, Pfeiffer Mitchell as well. We've also got Gunnar Pickett, Casey Washington Maisie as well, staying back a little, and Cleveland Williamson. I'm going to see if I can get close enough to get some sound on this coin toss for you guys.
So again, they're at midfield right now. Again, Ada's going to be on the far sideline, McAlester on the near. This is the coin toss brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main, McAlester, behind Dollar General. Let's send things back over to Chase McNutt.
Come to us first. If we have any issues, we're coming to you guys, okay?
Sir.
Me personally, I hold all 8 of y'all responsible for how the rest of your team acts. That's what it means to be a captain, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if 52 is getting out of hand, I'm going to say 52 is getting out of hand. Same with you, okay? All right, you're the visiting team, Ada. You're going to call in the air. It's just a regular $50. You're going to tell me what he calls, okay? Ready?
Yep. Heads. Heads.
He called the heads. It is tails. Ada, you've won the toss. What would you like to do?
Oh, he called heads.
You called heads. I'm sorry.
Heads.
You won the toss. What would you like to do?
Defer to the second half.
Defer to the second half, which means you want to.
Kick that way.
You want to do what?
We want to kick that way. Kick this way.
They're deferring to the second half. So what you have the option to kick or receive.
We got ball. We're returning.
Yeah.
Side we want.
You don't get to pick that. You tell me whether you want to kick or receive, which means you want to
Yeah, receive.
That's what I thought. Which end do you want to defend?
We want the scoreboard in the second half.
The second quarter, you mean?
Second.
All right, you go down there, face me. Come right here and you face them.
Alrighty, so as you guys heard, McAlester won the toss. They elected to defer. They're going to be going right to left, and Ada's going to be going left to right here to start things out.
Chase, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And also a big shout out to our officiating crew tonight, especially referee Brent Spencer, who allowed us to be able to hear that. Not many people like a mic up in their face, but thank you to him for letting us do that. Also, other referees, we have head linesman Andy Perdue, back judge Cade Wallace, umpire Brandon Davis, and line judge Jacob Brockman here tonight. I know if you're watching the video stream right now, it just says home and guest, but again, we're hooked up to the NDI over here on the scoreboard. But you can find out just by looking at midfield who's home and who's away today.
I want to say this also about the head official. I really like how he told all 8 of those young men, I'm holding you responsible for how the rest of how your team acts tonight. That's what it means to be a captain, and that's exactly what we want. When you get that C on your chest, as Coach Mazey said last week in Coffee with the Coach and those players, when you get that C on your chest, it means a little bit more. And so I love how he gave those young men ownership of coming out there for that coin flip, and that was really awesome.
It also goes to show that not only does McAlester know about this rivalry, not only does Ada, but the officials do too. They're going to keep an eye on it, try to keep it clean, and if tempers do flare, try to keep it in check, which nearly year after year they do a great job of doing so. This thing wouldn't be lasting now for the 99th edition if they didn't do a good job of it. Doesn't mean that we don't have some penalties here and there. But here come the McAlester Buffaloes from the north end zone. And Ada comes out at the exact same time.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Chase, before we get started, is wind or weather going to be a factor tonight?
I do not think so. There is a very, very light breeze, but it should have no effect tonight.
All right, we're about to have kickoff. That is brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio. For all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available. Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. So once again, Ada's going to get the ball to start off the game. As we have Buffalo roll call, let us know where you're listening or watching from tonight. For the first time, I'm kind of checking Twitter here to see if anyone's checked in. I know that Derek James is going to be checking in as well. Chase is forced to listen to us on the sideline.
I want to give a shout out real quick to my boss, but he's more of a brother, Phillip Schultz. He said that he's already watching on YouTube. He said, go Buffs, and guys, y'all are killing it so far on the broadcast. So shout out to you, boss.
Betty says the whole family's listening in the stands. Charlie Gillespie's checking in from the band section of the Hook saying, go Buffs, POTAC. That's Charlie and Darlene. We also have Becky checking in as well. And if you want to check in on Facebook, you can do that. I can't promise you that we're going to get to you. But again, facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Buffaloes look about ready to kick things off here. They're about to break the huddle over here on the near sideline. Ada's looking to do the same. 12 minutes are on the clock. And if you're listening on radio, Buffaloes are packed in with their black-on-black uniform combination. Gold numerals on the front and back, looking to avenge a 44-20 loss to the Ada Cougars a year ago. McAlester had won 2 matchups in a row before that. They have won 8 of the last 11. They own the 21st century 9-8, despite Ada owning this series 64-33-1. So it looks like Blade Smith has put the ball at the 40-yard line right between the hash marks. Buffaloes will be kicking it right to left. Ada returning it left to right. Back deep to return, it looks like LaKeven Richardson. And on that far side, number 10 for the Cougars, Gavin Hamilton. Richardson has had 1 return for 51 yards. So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for POTAC. McAlester and Ada as Smith boots this one away, and it's football time here in the Heartland. Richardson will return starting at his own 12-yard line, and he's going long way. Cuts it up the hash mark to the 35-yard line and tracked from behind by his shoelaces around the 37-yard line, preventing an even bigger return there for Richardson. That's his second return of the season, and that'll set up the Cougars around their own 37-yard line. So out comes the offense, a potent passing offense led by Brock Boyles, the junior quarterback, standing at 6'1", 185. So far this season, he's completed 468 yards and 5 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, a 48% passing completion rate. Last year against McAlester, he went 7 for 15, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those 3 touchdowns were to Deontay Lindsay and LaKeven Richardson, who are both on the field at the same moment, I believe. One's over on the far side, and now here comes Deontay Lindsay to join him in the slot. They're going to load up the line. People on both sides, H-backs and tight ends. Pistol formation as Boyles gets a snap. Right away, they're throwing it on a curl route to Deontay Lindsay, and watch him go down the far sideline. One man to beat for a touchdown, but they knock him out in McAlester territory around the 22. McAlester was just kind of on their knees right there. They looked like they weren't ready for that snap at all, and Deontay Lindsay was wide open, and he used his speed and athleticism to take it all the way to the McAlester 24-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by, I believe, Jordan Clark. They're going to try to do that a lot.
Just gotten that heavy set right there. Run that curl route, and what they're doing is they're putting that H-back tight end, bringing that outside backer over the top of him, exploited that gap.
Snap first handoff to Karan Richardson right at the gut. Only a gain of about 2. Will bring up 2nd down and 8 as they get inside the McAlester 25-yard line. Get on the season talking about the potent passing game of the Cougars. They are averaging 234 yards through the air. That is 234 of their 285 yards per game. Only 83 rushing yards per game. McAlester wanting to hope to keep them one-dimensional. Now back into the regular gun as Richardson's on the right side of Boyles, ball left hash. Snap looking to pass, passing left, and it will sail and almost hit the guy that's holding down the chains over there on that far side. He played dodgeball, I'm sure, once in his life, and it brings up 3rd down and 8.
Well, it missed him, but it didn't miss the chain marker, but it didn't miss the actual chain.
There's a big target on the top, though, right?
There is, but hey, it's not like college football 25 where you have precision passing. But right now they're in a 22 personnel. They got right there. They had a tight end with his hand on the ground and an H-back right behind him, and they were kind of heavy right there.
On the season, Ada 4 for 24 on 3rd down. Can McAlester hold strong here on 3rd? Struggled last week. Here's the snap. Boyles passing near side, making the catches. Lakeven Richardson dances around one defender, but he's met up at the 21-yard line and driven back. And the Buffaloes hold strong on 3rd down. And wouldn't be surprised if you see the Cougars go for it here on 4th. They've only attempted one kick. That is a PAT, and they're 0 for 1 on PATs this season.
Tackled by a Hurdle Buffalo, 4th down.
So that brings up 4th down, and that was only a gain of 1. It's going to be 4th down and 7 here for the Ada Cougars. And you can hear the bell chiming in the background. Well, you can if you're on the radio. I know that the sound comes in a little bit differently on the video stream. Right hash now after the pass. Right, Richardson on the left side of Boyles, trips left. Snap on 4th and 7. Looking deep. Still looking. It's guarded up. Passes down the middle, and it's knocked away. Great play by Pfeiffer Mitchell. Knocking it loose, and the Buffaloes take over at their own 21-yard line.
Beautiful play design right there by the Buffalo defense. We're going to run trips on that far side, and they're going to flood route it kind of back into the middle. And he did exactly what he's supposed to do. You find that flat route. Anybody in the flat, cover them up. And the DBs did a great job on the backside. Had a zone sack, and Boyle had to continue to hold it. And you could just see it's all locked up there, and Pfeiffer Mitchell gets his hand around him. Great play there defensively to not get there before the ball and get your hands on the receiver.
Coach Harmon, that's a great play design there on 4th down, too.
Great play call there.
1st down and 10. Buffalo's moving it right to left. Their first drive of the game. They only had 6 last week against the Pirates. Clark on the right side of Case and Washington Maisie, 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10. Was going to snap it. Trying to see if that 4-man front of the Cougars jumped off sides. They did not. 10 to snap it. Again, 10:25 left in the first quarter. No score. Washington Maisie, the snap. Handoff. Jordan Clark, there's nothing there. He's tackled for a loss of about 2 yards. Coming in with the tackle, number 30, Kelton Stipe.
Just right there, GT counter, and you can see the guard tackle get off the ball. And, they did what they were supposed to, but right there, before they could even get there, that four down lineman front, they seen it coming, and they just exploded up the field. And that's kind of what you saw the Houston Cougars do in the first play of the football game against the Oklahoma Sooners, just drive up the field as soon as they show and they flash that GT counter.
Forward progress marked at the 20-yard line, so 2nd and 11 for the Buffs at their own 20. Trips right. KWM, the snap. Design quarterback run. It gets past one defender. Now a flag comes loose. He might have had someone grab his face mask, because that is exactly when the flag was thrown. It's either going to be that or it's going to be holding on the Buffaloes. Chase, did you see anything?
That's a face mask.
Yeah, the ref just signaled face mask.
Because that's exactly, I saw an arm go up on Washington Maisie, and that was right around when the yellow flag came out.
Just a 5-yard kind, not a personal foul.
So it's a repeat of 2nd down, but it does bring him up 5 yards. And we'll be looking at 2nd down, and we'll call it a short 8. Ball right between the hash marks, 2 receivers to each side.
And I want to note Sean Perkins made his way into the ball game as well after that last play.
But Sean Perkins back at right tackle?
Yes, sir.
Clark still in the game here at running back. All 3 plays. 8 to snap it. 2 receivers each side. The 4 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Handoff Jordan Clark again met in the backfield. There's nothing going on here for the offensive line of the Buffaloes. This time in with the tackle, number 50 of the Cougars. That is Wyatt. I guess that is Wyatt Kilgore. He's wearing number 50 tonight.
Yeah, again, they're just pulling that guard tackle. GT counter, that 4-man front. They see it coming and just boom. Coming from that backside. And typically whenever you see GT counter, they're not coming up the field just like that. And, they've seen it, And that's 2 plays now on that back side because they're trying to get everything coming to the boundary. Great play there by the Ada front.
3rd down and 9 now from the 22-yard line. Buffaloes have not passed it yet in a passing down right now. H-back left. The snap is low, picked up by Washington Maisie, rolls out right, in trouble, now going to try to make it happen with his legs, and I think he might, to the 35-yard line, and he stays on his feet, spinning around a Cougar, and still spinning, pressing the B button to the 42-yard line after a first down. What a run by Kason Washington Maisie.
Amazing, and that's for Buffalo. First down.
Ball's on the ground.
By the way, that first down was brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522.
Yeah, that snap was on the ground, but that didn't mean that he didn't see a receiver. But he just had a lot of green grass. They turned their back to him, let him run, and that's something you don't want to do when you're facing a quarterback that can run and throw like K-Dub.
He's only had 5 carries for 11 yards coming into that one. That one went for
19
yards, and this time it's another bad snap. I believe I caught it late. Jumping down on it was Kason Washington Maisie. I was looking at how many yards that was. That's another loss here of about 5. 2nd down and 15 coming up. And Coach Maisie wants an early timeout. We'll take it with 7:55 left in the first quarter. No score. Buffalo's at their own 32-yard line. 36-yard line. You're listening to Buffalo Football on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So after the Buffalo timeout, McAlester facing 2nd and 15 from their own 36-yard line. 7:53 left in the first quarter. Again, trips right for the Buffalo offense. Here's the snap to Washington Maisie to his left. He's going deep down the middle of the field early for Brandon Smith, and it's incomplete. Good play by number 7 of the Cougars. That was J.D. Dugan going against Brandon Smith. One-on-one fight, and that time Dugan won the battle.
Good deep ball there. I mean, he did exactly what he wanted to with it and what he needed. And they both high-pointed the football. And Dugan just goes up, was able to knock that ball out. That would have been a big gain.
It's another 3rd down and long for the Buffaloes. This time 3rd and 15. They've already converted on 3rd and 9. On the season, they are 8 for 17 on 3rd. 2 receivers each side. Washington Maisie trying to get a little bit of help to get the defense to jump off sides. They do not. And they got 2 seconds to snap it. And the Buffaloes have to call a second timeout here. They burned 2 timeouts in the first 5 minutes of the game. We'll take another one. You're listening to Buffalo Football on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
3rd and 15 here for the Buffaloes. Joining us in action is Kason Washington Maisie. Looking for the first down, has the pocket, throws across the middle, caught. Cleveland Williamson across the 50-yard line. First down, but lost the ball. It's on the turf, and I think the Cougars have it, and they do. They had the first down on 3rd and 15, but coughed the ball up, and that is the first turnover forced by the Ada Cougars in 2024. Did not have one in week 0 nor week 1. They, in fact, have lost the turnover battle 5-0. There's their first one of the season. And it comes after what would have been a first down and a gain of about 30. going to put the ball at the Ada 41-yard line, and after a drive for each team, we have no score with 7:37 left in the first quarter. Now, McAllister's had to burn 2 timeouts. Chase, what was happening down the sideline there before that second timeout?
Just kind of frantically trying to get the play call in before the end of that play clock went off, and I'll send it back up real quick.
And it's Karan Richardson who's got the first down handoff, and it doesn't go for very much. Gain of 1. We'll send it back down to Chase.
And for whatever reason, that call came in late before that second timeout. Maisie was not happy about that, so I would guess that they've talked about that in the timeout, and they're working on it, and now obviously the defense back out on the field.
So again, Buffaloes with only 1 timeout remaining. It's 2nd down and 8. They're going to give them forward progress to the 43-yard line. In the gun, stacking the line, receiver to each side, and now the Buffaloes do not bite on the hard count. 7:05 left in the first quarter. Buffaloes and Cougars tied here in the 99th edition of this historic rivalry. Boyles back in the gun. Again, Richardson on the right side of him. 6 to snap it. Boyles looks right. And there's the snap. It's low. He looks left, passing left the entire way. It's caught. First down across the 50, down to around the 45. On the catch, Lakeven Richardson. Boyles is not going to hold the ball very long. And if you can get him to hold the ball pretty long, they've still got plenty of playmakers at wide receiver that can get open and make something happen. Lakeven Richardson's one of them. Last year, he ended up having 25 receptions for 563 yards and 6 touchdowns. And so far, now that put him over the 200-yard mark on the season, averaging 36.4 yards per catch. In the pistol, first down and 10, handoff Richardson again up the gut, and he's tackled for a gain of only 1. Buffalo's defense on the rush defense, after struggling in the first 2 games so far, looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're starting to just win these battles at the point of attack, and that's what you want to do. You want to be able to crash down on that offensive line because they're going to be pulling, they're going to be trying to hit you and get you off because they're trying to get these backers into space. And right now the Buffaloes, they're not falling for any fakes like they were. They're playing to their gap sound. They're doing exactly as they're coached to do.
2nd and 9. 2 receivers right. H-back left. Boyles, the snap, handoff again on 2nd down. And met at the line and pushed sideways. You can hear the pop of the pads from here. Gain of maybe 2 more, and that'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 7. Here for the Ada Cougars in McAlester territory.
Yeah, right there. What they had there, they had a tight end, they had an H-back all the way over there as well. Kind of looked like a read option, but it wasn't. It was more just a straight handoff. Good play there by the Buffaloes, not being fooled.
Buffalo showing a little bit of pressure here from the back spot. Will Spears is creeping up. 10 to snap it. 5:36 left in the first quarter. Cougs with the ball. Boyles waiting. There's the snap. Quick pass over the middle. Caught by Wilt Johnson. First down. Stays on his feet. And now he's off to the races down the far sideline. For whatever reason, cut it back right. And he's tackled down at the 15-yard line. I think if he takes this to the sideline, he might score. But he cut it back right, and the Buffaloes were able to track him down inside the red zone. That looked a little like an RPO action there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He put it in his gut, pulls it, and you got to get that ball out quick because that offensive line, they're moving upfield. And that's exactly what happened. And what do they find? They find a backside slant. You got to stay home. Safeties, you cannot put your eyes into the backfield. I know they've ran the ball a lot so far, but you've got to stay true because if you get caught with your eyes in the backfield, you're going to make that initial step, and that just opens it up.
That's only Johnson's 2nd reception of the season. Here's the snap, handoff Karan Richardson again. Met at the line and
we got a flag
taken
on the far
down
side.
at the 15-yard line. There is a flag, too. As it stands right now, it's going to be 2nd down and 10, 5:01 left in the first quarter with no score, but the Cougars once again near the red zone. They stalled out on 4th down on their first drive.
Illegal shift on the Cougars.
That's going to bring him back 5 yards and, I believe, a repeat of first down.
Penalty on the Cougars for illegal formation.
So back to the 20-yard line on the edge of the red zone.
Way to go.
Also, I'm glad that the big American flag is back here in MacTown, hanging on top of the fire truck over here in the south end zone.
I love it. Just a couple of days after the 23rd anniversary, 9/11, and they bring it out. I love it.
Snap handoff. Richardson sweeping left to the sideline, far sideline. Violent collision at the line of scrimmage. Original one. He still gets a gain of 5 yards, but not before paying for it on that far sideline. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So pretty much exactly what we would have had if we wouldn't have had the penalty.
I mean, they just get full flow away over there, and he was met right at the original line of scrimmage, and I don't know who hit him, but whoever hit him, it was like he had a vendetta out for them getting some yardage because that was a violent hit.
Oh, that's just POTAC.
No, I mean, that is.
4:42, stopped on the clock, pistol formation, 2 receivers each side. Boyles the snap, handoff Richardson up the middle. Again, nothing going. Right between the tackles, McAlester is winning right now. And they'll bring up 3rd down and long in what will almost certainly be 4-down territory. By the way, on that last tackle, 5 for Mitchell.
I had a kid.
It was
Now-
the one on that big hit on the sideline.
But now I want to point something out. They ran that RPO. They got a gain of 29 yards. What have they done for 3 straight plays now? Run the football, run the football, run the football. Right here, stay true to your key. Even if because at RPO, it's going to look like it's another run. You step up, it's going to open that zone in that backside.
No tight end right now, so 2 receivers each side. And now Ada's going to have to burn their first time out. With 3:58 left in the first quarter, no score. Cougars trying to change that here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
In honor of me starting my senior year of college, we're going to be celebrating this month. Oh, cool. Where's the party? Right here at the dealership.
Wow, Morgan. Normally we honor people when they graduate from college, not when they still have a year left to go.
We'll include your TT&L on any vehicle purchase this month.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Finn Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at finnnissan.com.
Big 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Cougars from the McAlester 19-yard line. The snap, Boyles rolls right, passes right. It's caught at the 10 and tackled down right there. Gain of about 6 yards. They'll bring a 4th down and short. On the catch, number 5 for the Cougars. That is Kanan Parker.
Cleveland Williamson.
And Cleveland Williamson in with the tackle. It'll be 4th down and a long 4 yards. They got to get to right between the 5 and the 6.
Got that out route going. Try to get the Buffaloes in space, win some one-on-one battles. And Ocho just seen it coming, and he was like, no, sir.
McAllister's defensive backs are pressing here on 4th and 4. The snap, Boyles under pressure, tosses for the end zone. It's incomplete. McAlester holds strong on 4th once again. Coming into this game, McAlester has struggled with 4th down. They are giving up 4 for 6 on 4th down so far this season. Tonight, the Ada Cougars 0 for 2 around the red zone.
And I want to point out, Braden Bumpus' number gets dialed, comes with the blitz right into his face. Boyle looks, sees it coming, knows he has a corner going to the back pylon, and he knows, I got to throw it now. If not, I'm taking a sack. He fires early before he wanted to. Bump got his hands up, changed the direction of that pass. Good play. Another great play call there by defensive coordinator Kevin Harmon, and a great play there made by Braden Bumpus.
Buffaloes had their last drive in because of a turnover, a fumble. On the other side of the 50-yard line, they start this drive deep inside their own territory at the 9. Near hash, 2 receivers right, H-back left, Washington Maisie. As the ball go past him into the end zone, and Washington Maisie drops on it in the end zone for a safety. And just what has been a problem here the first 3 games of the season. Just a little off-kilter snap. It did hit Washington Maisie in the hands, but instead of picking it up and trying to get out of the end zone, he just dropped on it for a safety and hoping that it wouldn't be a touchdown for the Cougars instead. And this has vibes of Poto from last week, just on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, that's just something that honestly it can't happen. I mean,
it's a little high, but it went right through the hands of Washington Maisie.
Yeah,
I mean, it still should be caught. That's the problem there.
When the ball hits your hands, you got to keep a hold of it, but also when you got to try to help your quarterback out. You got to try to put it between the numbers. I mean, tough break right there.
So we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
3:15 left in the first quarter. A safety on trouble with the snap here with 3:15 left in the first has led it to a 2-0 game. Ada leads the McAlester Buffaloes as now we kick it away. End-over-end kick that will be returned by Richardson at the 39-yard line. And once again works it left down the middle of the field. Tries to get around another defender. Pushes him back to the 47-yard line. And Devion Bigham with great one-on-one action was able to tackle down LaKeven Richardson. Not very easy to do, but does so. And they'll spot the ball right around the 45. And that's where the Cougars are going to start this drive. So there was no drive summary. We would like to thank our sponsors on the season, though. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Alford Propane, the Bank A, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Fenton Nissan, Vickers Power Sports, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Vickers Furniture, KC Farm Machinery, Blackburn Plumbing, Heating and Air, First Realty, Caring Hands Healthcare, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. Self-inflicted wounds again, Phillip.
Yeah, it's just things that you can't have. And first, 2 turnovers basically. You know, you had the fumble, now that safety, and we talk so much about being disciplined, not turning the ball over, winning points of attack, and those aren't ways to help yourself.
Cougars start their drive once again at their own 47-yard line, 2 to snap it. Boyles waits. Didn't get it off in time. That's going to be a delay of game. What do we have going on here?
I think it is a delay of game as we still await the call.
Yeah, it is a delay of game. They didn't get the ball off in time, so it's going to move them back to the 42-yard line.
Penalty marker on the Cougars will be backed up to the 42.
So the Cougars are leading 2-0 in McAlester. That puts them back 5 yards. 42-yard line on Ada's side of the 50. Boyles has been quick with the ball so far. Receiver to each side. Here's the snap. Back to pass, looking left. Boyles pump fakes, looks back right. It'll be intercepted, and this could be an interception and a pick 6. Brandon Smith down the near sideline and runs out of bounds at the 34. Tip drill, but it was thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver, and Brandon Smith was right there. We do have a flag on the field around the 37-yard line. It's on the offense, so McAlester will get it back with a chance to take the lead. Once again, Brandon Smith. A couple weeks ago, Coach Mazey called him a stick of dynamite. I think we should just give him the nickname TNT.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Deuces.
He just makes plays.
When Twos is on the field, man, it's just something different. And, tip drill. Just like you said, last night, if you watched the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo gets an interception with a tip drill. Throws it behind, hits his back shoulder pads, and he goes, takes the ball down to the 10. Right there, thrown behind him, and then Brandon Smith picks it off, makes a great play. Puts the Buffaloes in prime position to get that safety back.
Jason Washington Mazey back in the gun. 2 receivers to each side, down by 2. Snap, and he dropped the snap again. This one was a pretty good snap. Washington Mazey just could not hold on. He jumps onto it around the 41-yard line. And the Buffaloes are once again going backwards. Again, self-inflicted wounds here. But this time he's able to jump back on it. It is a little bit off to the left of Washington Mazey, but he's just not catching it. But also, going back, that would have been a pick 6. Ada was so quick to turn around. Their offense was observant, and it's not easy to track down Brandon Smith. Kudos to Ada for saving that from being a pick 6. I thought off the bat, he had plenty of room to make it happen.
Yeah, and if anybody can make something out of nothing, it is Brandon Smith. I've watched this young man on the football field and on the hardwood in the basketball gym. He is a one-of-a-kind athlete with a great football and basketball IQ.
2:09 left in the first. McAlester down 2-0. Snap handoff. Jordan Clark sweeping right. Bounces off one Ada Cougar. Still on his feet inside the 35. And a good gain down to the 34-yard line. I cannot say enough about how Jordan Clark has been this year. He's averaging 12.6 yards per carry, and he strikes for about 7 yards there to give McAlester a chance on third down.
Yeah, right there, 2nd and 7 after the fumbled snap. Handoff Jordan Clark, and he's actually met at the line of scrimmage, fights away from a man with that spin move, and he hits another guy, and his yards after contact is very high because this young man is like a pinball, bounces off of one target, and he just keeps moving. Right there, you can see him run up, line of scrimmage, hits one, hits two, and then continues to move. Great football play there by Jordan Clark.
Buff's got to hurry. They have 4 seconds to snap it. Washington Maisie trying to command his troops at the line. Man in motion. They do snap it with 1. A pitch over to Cleveland Williamson, who is sweeping from right to left. Every lane is blocked up, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Yeah. McAlester was slow getting to the line to have that play even develop. And it'll be a loss of 3 for 4th down and 12.
Yeah, right there. It's those pop passes. And a lot of times you do it like that. And if you are an OU fan and you watch In the Weeds, Gabe Eichert actually explains it like this. The reason you hot pass it like that is in case if it's dropped, it's not a fumble, right. It's an incomplete pass. So right there, great play design. Just an even better play defensively by the Cougars by shutting down every single one of those lanes, defensive backs, seeing what's coming, meeting them at the point of attack.
Buffs going for it on 4th down, but they break the huddle with 8 seconds, an hour to 3. 2 seconds, 1, and Coach Mays will have to burn his final timeout. He will have none in the second quarter. 29 seconds left in the first. Ada leads McAlester 2-0 here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
The rest of your 7-day forecast.
So obviously this is a big 4th down for the McAlester Buffaloes, or Coach Maisie wouldn't burn his final timeout in the first quarter to do so. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Ada leads McAlester 2-0. A lot of self-inflicted wounds by McAlester. Some troubles with the snap. They had a fumble on their first drive, but they had a 3rd down conversion. So what can they do on 4th down and 12 from the Ada 37-yard line, down by 2? Trips right for the Buffaloes. Jordan Clark on the left side of KWM. Smith alone on the near side. The snap. KWM back to pass. Going for Jordan Clark. He's got the first down, and we got another fumble. Down the near sideline, the Ada Cougars have it, and they will be tackled out of bounds around the 25. It was another first down, and here comes a late flag. Ada thinks it's on McAlester. This time, Jordan Clark, he made the catch for the first down, and the helmet of the defender who hit Clark was right on the pigskin, and it popped out straight into the arms of an Ada Cougar.
Beautiful play right there. McAlester runs that RB wheel route that has been killer to so many teams.
It's on Ada.
Oh.
Penalties on Ada.
I mean, just...
Yeah, I mean, it was a catch by Jordan Clark. We kind of missed on the screen there the actual hit. But it popped out. We do still have the flag at the 27-yard line, just waiting for them to pick it up. But that should move them back 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
If you...
Oh, man, just shooting themselves in the foot tonight in the first quarter.
That play right there reminds me of Jalil Farouk in the Alamo Bowl. When he catches the slant and he goes to make the move and hits, and it ends up being like a pick six.
Yeah.
And that's what that reminded me of. I mean,
it's also a great play. That one was a great play by the Cougars. Perfectly timed with the hit of the helmet to the football.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do. You always want to put your helmet on the ball.
What could be the final play of the first quarter? Snap handoff to Richardson. Sweeping left. He's met in the backfield. Pfeiffer Mitchell, have yourself a night. Drops him at the 6. Pfeiffer Mitchell has come to play, ladies and gentlemen. And that will end the first quarter. We begin the second here in just a moment with the Buffaloes trailing 2-0 to the Ada Cougars. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer is always number one. Vickers is having a Labor Day furniture sale. This includes our great selection of Lazy Boy recliners, and just in time for football season. Plus, we're having a half-off special sale on all remaining outdoor furniture. Come see us. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
So after a big tackle for a loss in the first quarter by 5 for Mitchell, the Ada Cougars have the ball at their own 9-yard line, leading the Buffaloes 2-0 on a safety from the first quarter. We do have Buffalo roll call again. Becky Pettigo tuning in. As also we have Crystal Barlow cheering from her couch, saying go Buffaloes. Thank you all for checking in here with Buffalo roll call. It's going to be second down and long here for the Cougars.
It is currently Wilson Henrietta 14, Bulldogs 6 at the half. So
quick check in on area teams. First play of the second quarter. Boyle's in the gun with a running back right. Snap back to pass standing at his own goal line. Rolls right. There are 2 flags. They dump it down over to number 24. I believe that's Wortham, as he's met and driven back around the 18-yard line, but this is going to be coming back, I believe. And while we wait the call here, Chase, what was your analysis of the first quarter?
Well, it looks like a lot of back and forth, some mistakes, some turnovers, but this is exactly what you want. Nip and tuck here, still in the second quarter.
Oh, hold up here.
This is going to be holding on the Cougars.
Oh, yeah, but McAlester wants a safety. Because if there's a hold in the end zone.
It's either half the distance or it's in the end zone. One of the two.
I don't know if the actual hold itself was in the end zone.
Right.
Boyle was in the end zone.
Right, when the holding occurred.
Right. So I don't know if the hold has to happen in the end zone for a safety or if it's where the ball
is at. Yeah.
I'm not for sure, but I do believe the hold has to be in the end zone.
Well, they're sniffing the end zone now. That brings us back to the 4-yard line. Repeat second down. They got to get to the 24-yard line to extend this drive. 11:39 left. Here's a snap. Handoff, right side. This time a little bit of room, and not for very long. Driven back around the 3-yard line, maybe the 4. I think forward progress might put it at the 5. 5 for Mitchell. Come on, man. Have a little bit of mercy. Oh, I forgot. It's McAlester Ada.
Yeah, like that young man said at coffee with the coach yesterday morning, I didn't really know what this rivalry was until last year when they knocked our heads off. And you can tell that young man, he's been replaying that one more than once because he is having himself a night. He is finding lanes that no man should find his way through.
Third and very long. Boyles looking for the screen pass near side, caught by Lakeven Richardson. Has some room to, could get the first down. Chopped down at the 23. Going to depend on the spot. Buffaloes think that they held him.
Yeah, they held him.
And I think they did.
He's going to be 2 yards short.
But still made something almost happen on third down and 20 plus.
And it's 4th down.
And it's 4th down and 2. And I know that the Cougars have gone for it on 4th down twice today, but looks like this time they're going to punt for the first time. But don't forget, their punter is their quarterback, number 12, Brock Boyles. He's had 11 punts this year, averaging 28.4 yards per punt. His long is 47. Back deep to return is Jackson McKinney. He did not have a return last week, I don't think. Boyle standing inside his own 10, gets the ball, but we do have some whistles
game,
here.
Unless they call the timeout. Yeah, they got the timeout.
They called the timeout first. All right, so 10:09 left in the first half. We'll take a timeout. Cougars leading McAlester 2-0 on KNED.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
Welcome back to play. After the timeout by the Cougars on 4th down and 2, they do punt the ball away as you're joining us in the middle of action. This is Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr., Chase McNutt sideline. McAlester will have the ball at their own 43-yard line after getting the Cougars to go 3 and out. So far, McAlester, it's been essentially 3 turnovers. You have had a fumble, you have had a safety, and then you've had another fumble. McAlester, I think yards are going to be pretty close. We're going to check out in the halftime, but they got to be able to sustain their drives, and so far have not been able to do so. Trips right for McAlester. 10:02 left in the first half. Cougars lead the McAlester Buffaloes 2-0. Clark on the right side of KWM. Trips right. Snap, rolling out right. Washington Maisie looks downfield. Passes caught by Cleveland Williams as he makes the catch on the other side of the 50. Around the 48-yard line, it'll be a yard shy of the first down. It brings up 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, Cleveland runs that little sit-down route in the middle of the field, catches it, goes to turn up the field, and he just goes high. And Cleveland was able to keep that body down, keep it low. Didn't go down on the field to the ground just yet. Was able to get some more yardage on the forward progress. Got 9 out of it.
Stacking receivers on both sides of the line. You got Devian Bickham and Cleveland Williamson on one side. I believe that's James Park Jr. and Brandon Smith on the other. Clark on the right side of KWM. The snap. Passing near side. Caught by Cleveland Williamson again down the near sideline. Has his feet taken out from under him, but he does get the first down at the 42-yard line. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care. They're offering deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. Call 918-233-6522. So 2 plays on this drive, 2 passes to Cleveland Williamson.
Yeah, they're just straight hot route right there. Got that stacking them, got Bickham out there, got one-on-one with the corner and allowed Cleveland to catch it. Got that corner out of there and let Cleveland go one-on-one with the safety.
McAlester down 2-0 in the second quarter. McAlester has the ball at the Ada 42 with 8:55 left in the second quarter. Snap, hand off Jordan Clark, nothing there on the left side, goes back right, zigs back left, but into a whole Cougar den as he's taken down for no gain.
Something I want to make people aware of that are just tuning in. The Buffaloes don't have any timeouts.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Every play call right here offensively has got to be coming in fairly quick after the completion of one play, because you can't wait and try to get them set because you don't have any of those timeouts to burn here.
I think we're going to have our first snap with a running back other than Jordan Clark. Braden Bumpus comes in to be the running back on the right side. So far, 15 carries for 18 yards this year. A couple of seasons ago, did have 6 touchdown runs. Snap, quarterback run right side. Case and Washington Maisie gets past the 40-yard line and then lunges his way forward to around the 38 to make this third down a little bit more manageable, which they went for it on 4th and 11 from around this area, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it if they didn't get this third down.
That was also that wheel route that McAlester ran it back-to-back, if you remember McAlester Magic in the Metro. And that's just something that McAlester loves to do, that backside wheel route. And
it worked?
Exactly. I mean, it works all the time. I've never seen that play really not work yet. And if you say, well, that time, that was just a great defensive play. He just put his nose on the football.
They're loading up the line here. 2 receivers kind of in a slot formation. I haven't seen this formation from the Buffaloes before. Expect something weird. If they could handle the snap, Washington Maisie has to try to make something happen here. Needs some blockers down the near sideline. He's tackled for a loss and a late flag coming in too. around the point of where the tackle was made.
That's going to be a hold on, looks like 71 Pickett.
Chase came in.
I was just going to say, it came in very late, but I do think that it is a hold.
Here's the question, does Ada accept the penalty? Because if not, you're
blocking the back on Pingleton.
Blocking the back.
Pickett, I'm sorry.
They do accept it, though. So McAlester will have another chance at third down. Just a lot of trouble with the snap today. And McAlester, they're trying to decide who's coming on the field and who's coming off. Because, again, Ada did accept the penalty. It moves the ball back to between the 49 and the 50, still in plus territory. But they do have an extra down to work with if they can get a chunk play here. So back to the normal spread offense. It's Braden Bumpus on the left side of KWM. 7:17 left in the half. Washington Maisie. Flaps gets the ball, back to pass. Looking middle. Passes over the middle. Has a man almost intercepted. Looks like James Barr Jr. was crossing. Pass was a little low, and it was tipped by a Cougar. Good vertical by a Cougar, though, making the play. And that'll bring up fourth down and long. The Buffaloes have to punt it away again. Actually, this is the first punt of the day by the Buffaloes.
You are absolutely correct.
Because it's pretty much their first three drives, all were turnovers.
Fumble, safety, interception. So now we have seen 2 punts in a row, barring this is what we see right here from the Buffaloes.
Jackson McKinney back to punt it away, averaging 38.9 yards per punt. He does boot this one away. A nice spiraling punt. That'll bounce at the 17-yard line. Take a McAlester bounce inside the 10. Beauty there, McKinney. Down to the 9. And that's where Ada's going to start this drive. It's the second punt inside the 20 this season.
Nice little coffin corner there by the freshman.
So Ada's going to start this drive at their own 9-yard line. Got to tell you, Philip, I didn't expect a 2-0 game with 7 minutes left in the first half.
When I woke up this morning, I thought this game was going to be like an old school Big 12. Score some points. I did not have Iowa versus Iowa on my bingo card.
We're almost halfway through the second quarter. Again, Ada is leading McAlester 2-0. 7 minutes even on the clock in this packed house for the 99th edition of this rivalry. Boyles in the gun with a running back left, back to pass on first down. Looking deep, going one-on-one, deep down the near sideline. It is incomplete. Good coverage, Brandon Smith. Also around there was Jackson McKinney.
Yeah, I saw McKinney coming over the top and also Brandon Smith. And I just knew when I saw that ball up in the air in that Oklahoma night sky that this one's going to be picked. I was getting ready to start celebrating up here in the box because that ball just hung up there a while. And when balls hang in the air like that, 9 out of 10 times they're going to be picked.
Yeah, Lakeven Richardson is who it was intended for.
And Boyle, he had some time in the pocket. And also, you can't allow Boyle that much time in the pocket. He's gonna hold on to it, but not for long. He's looking for someone to throw it to, make him uncomfortable.
Snap handoff, sweeping left is their running back and taking down. Nice tackle. Coming up with it was...
Looks like Jackson McKinney flying in.
McKinney in from the safety spot. Tackling him at the legs for a gain of 3 yards. And now we have third down and 7 upcoming for the Ada Cougars. That was, again, Karan Richardson on the carry. Yeah, that it was McKinney, looking back at the replay here.
Yeah, he just snuffed it out. I mean, you could have drove a Mack truck through that hole on that left side of that offensive line. McKinney seen it coming, and he went and met him at the point of attack.
McAlester showing blitz, and guess who is just chomping at the bit right now? Pfeiffer Mitchell. Already having a great night defensively, has led to a lot of fourth down stops. Ada might have to call a timeout here. They have 4 seconds to snap it. Back in the gun, 3, and they get it off.
Yeah, they call a timeout.
They call a timeout with 3 seconds on the play clock. 6:08 left in the first half. McAlester is trailing 2-0. Third down and 7 coming up for the Cougars here on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Welcome back to Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field, the home of the Buffaloes. McAlester is trailing the Cougars right now 2-0, although the defense has been lights out. Aside of a couple of big plays, they're looking to keep up their stellar night. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. It's really a long 6 for the Cougars from their own, call it 12-yard line, 13-yard line. Ball in the near hash, 2 receivers right. 1 timeout left for the Cougars, none for McAlester. The snap to Boyles, looking right to pass. Dumps it out into the flat, caught by the running back to the 15. Hurdles the man and stays on his feet for the first down. What a play. Karan Richardson. That vertical, man, he could have slammed down a dunk on a Buffalo if this was basketball.
And I want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that is legal in the state of Oklahoma. You're not allowed to hurdle if he's standing up, but since he was making a play at his legs, Richardson can go to the air there. So for those that are thinking that should have been a penalty, it was because he went for the legs. Richardson's able to go into the air.
Major hops, getting the first down by a yard. Snap handoff to Richardson. This time, not so much luck. Met in the backfield, tackled down by a D lineman. No, I take that back. That's Will Spears in on the tackle.
Will Spears looking at Pfeiffer Mitchell saying, hey, you're not the only linebacker of this crew that can have some fun. But right there, he just straight sheds a block. They're just going to try to, they're doubling the nose tackle, getting to the backside backer, and Spears seen it coming, and he went ahead and put his nose where it didn't belong before they could get there. Great play there, Will Spears.
2nd down and 11 for the Cougars, still on their own side of the 50, in fact, inside their own 20, just by a hair. 2 receivers left, H-back left. Boyles the snap. Handoff, no, it's going to be a quick pass up the near side, caught in the flat, and slipping and falling and assisting with the tackles, Jackson McKinney. On the catch was Deontay Lindsay. And they'll bring up a similar situation to what we had a couple of plays ago, looking at 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
I want to also point out there that the turf monster got a hold of Lindsay before, and I want to say that I'm just glad Deontay Lindsay was able to get up, easy and quick there, because when your legs slide out like that on turf, sometimes it's not good, but I'm glad that the senior's okay.
McAlester showing blitz. Boyles rolls out right, passes right. It'll be caught at the chains. Goes backwards, though, and now lunges forward for the first down. It was caught at the chains, and then he went backward a step to try to get some separation, but lunging forward to get the first down are the Cougars, and that's 2 consecutive 3rd down conversions where they have been pretty bad on the season on 3rd down. Again, coming into this one, 4 for 24. And they've not been solid tonight either, but now 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive.
Yeah, right there. I mean, that was just a boot. Quarterback took that snap, rolled straight to the right, ran a hook route to the stick. Cornerback playing off the ball, wasn't able to drive back down on that play. Good call there by the 8 offense.
Sweeping left on the carry. Richardson met from behind, and on the tackle, that's Braden Bumpus. First one there. Gain of only 1, 2nd down and 9. The running game's still not really there for the Cougars, but Boyles has such a strong arm, and they have such great playmakers at wide receiver that they're always a threat to break one open. 3:45, by the way, left in the first half. Buffalo's trailing 2-0 at the 34-yard line are the Cougars, 33.
Yeah, they're just trying to – they're getting into that 3rd and manageable, and then they're just kind of going with these little out routes, floods, and right now it's just working for them.
McAlester was shown blitz, drop back into coverage, and now we have a flag. We're going to have a hold here as Boyles is taking off running down the near sideline. It evades 1 tackle and now brought down around the 43. In a play like that, you just want to make sure you don't grab his face mask and just bring him down easy, because this one is going to be heading backwards, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be...
Could be hands to the face. It might be hands to the face. It's either a hold or hands to the face, as Nemo Missiontubby was coming in on the other side.
Yeah, it was on Isaiah Hayden, that's the senior, and he was looking at the sideline, he was looking at the official, he's like, what did I do wrong there? But I think it's going to be called a hold. Chase, is that what you saw?
Yeah, sorry. I saw the same exact thing. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, hands were high. I just didn't know if they were going to go with a hold or hands to the face. So it's 2nd down and very long here for the Ada Cougars around the 21-yard line. Clock continues to tick. Already a long drive, and they've hardly moved the ball.
4-minute drive, and we have went from the 9 now to the 21.
Snap on 2nd and long, passes out. The receiver fell and still almost made the catch. It was Deontay Lindsay for the 2nd time in this drive, kind of slipping and falling on the turf of Hook Eales Stadium, First National Field. And now it's 3rd down and long for the Cougars. And right now, McAlester, you're just hoping that you don't have a big play. You're keeping an eye on number 2 and number 8.
Yeah, right here, McAlester, they're kind of going with that money set that we saw a lot in 22. 5 defensive backs now. They brought Jordan. They have Brandon Smith and Jordan Clark, also McKinney, Cleveland Williamson, and I can't tell who that other one is. I think it's James Barr, but they're going with a 5 DB set now.
Boyles, the snap, looking left, passing over the middle. The receiver wasn't looking. Richardson was continuing to run straight, and it was thrown behind him. In the area, Brandon Smith, and that'll bring a 4th down and forever, and it'll force the Cougars to punt the ball away. McAlester, although they have been blanked in the first half, it has been mostly on their own doing. They've been able to move the ball at times, but we've had a couple of turnovers, really, truly 3, including the safety. See if they can make something happen in the dying minutes of the first half.
I want to mention in that previous play that was Davion Bickham, who came in to be that 5th DB there.
Boyles, the snap is a ground ball to him. He still gets it away. A little bit of a shorter punt. Still takes an Ada bounce around the 45-yard line on McAllister's side of the 50, and it rolls sideways, and that's where McAllister's going to start this drive. Call it the 46, it looks like. So are we going to see a possible repeat of last week where it was 2-0 for a majority of the first half, and then the team that was down scores in the final minute? We could. McAlester is down 2-0 to the Ada Cougars. 2:48 left in the first half. I remember seeing like 1 safety a year, if that, over the last 5, 6, 7 years, and we've seen now 2 in 3 weeks.
We've seen 2 back-to-back. And if you watch the OU Houston game, you saw one that night as well. I mean, defense is going crazy.
2024 is the year of the safety. 2 receivers each side, ball in the near hash. Clark back in the game at running back right side of KWN. The snap, keeper by Washington Maisie. It looks like an RPO action as they pass it, and it's almost intercepted as they try throwing it late over a Cougar defender. I believe it was number 15, Eli Justice, that was bobbling it and nearly made a circus catch along the near sideline. That was 100% RPO because it looked like if the lane was there, Washington Maisie was going to run it, then also had the option to pass.
Yeah, and it was the lane got clogged up and he was going to run it, and then he decided to pass it at the last second. But you got to know, in a play like that, and he's locked down like that, just turn around, throw it into the stands.
2nd down and 10. Clock is stopped at 2:41. Washington Maisie once again back to pass. Thought about going deep, now steps up and tries to run. Tucks it, far sideline to the 50, and stops and stutters and is wrangled up at the 50-yard line. Called a gain of 4. We're going to see 3rd down and 6 on the way. There's a good pocket by the offensive line. Coming in to try to get the tackle late was number 52, Isaiah Hayden. But Washington Maisie was already past him. So nose of the football at the 50. And Washington Maisie's coming off of the field here for this play, and so is Brandon Smith. This might be dozer package. And guess who's at the head of it for the first time? Jordan Clark at the 53rd down and 6. Snap is high. Clark's got the ball right side. Cuts it left. Look at him go. First down. Jordan Clark is carrying Cougars inside the 40 and tackled down at the 37. He's electric. He's been playing since he was a freshman, and I'm telling you what, here in his junior year, he is figuring it out. He has been just absolutely electric every time he has the ball in his hands.
Not only when he is electric when he has the ball in his hands, but right here on this replay, ladies and gentlemen, contact right there, continues to go. Then he's dragging a defender. Jordan Clark will not be denied.
2 minutes left in the first half. Buffaloes down by 2. Ball on the 80 side of the 50. Jordan Clark once again. Give it to the man to the 30-yard line. Tackled from behind inside the 30 on a great gain of 9 yards, I believe. 2nd down and 1 coming up.
Great block. I can't tell if that was, I think that was Cleveland Williamson. It might have been bumped.
Davion Bickham.
Davion Bickham. Great block there, Bickham. That's a phenomenal block. That's what you want to see down the field by your receivers.
Trips left. Again, McAlester with no timeouts. 90 seconds left in the half. The snap. Washington Maisie rolling out left. Immediate pressure. Evades an ankle tackle. Now we'll tuck it. Try for the first down and get it down the far sideline. He runs out of bounds. First down. McAlester near the red zone. And more importantly, that stops the clock.
Yeah, very good, smart play there by KWM. It kind of looks like it might have been a screenplay, but it wasn't. They're just washing that line of scrimmage, getting it moving, and that's exactly what you want to see there.
So McAlester just on the outskirts of the red zone. They actually put the ball at the 25-yard line. Still a first down, but I thought he got a lot more yards than what he did. 15 to snap it. Ball's on the left hash after the KWM scramble. 2 receivers each side. 1:19 left in the half. Buffalo's down by 2. Washington Maisie gets it and rolls right. Passes right. And the ball is thrown behind, I believe, Brandon Smith. And as he was coming back to try to make the catch, at first I was saying he's slow to get up. I think he's just disappointed in himself for not making the catch. Again, he kind of slid on that same patch of turf that Deontay Lindsay did earlier.
We had a flag back at the 24-yard line on the far side, but it's going to be on the Buffaloes. I
think it was a hold.
I mean, it was snap. I mean, it was thrown like as soon as the ball was snapped.
It's not a hold. I think you're right. I think it was illegal formation. Chase, we were looking at the replay. What did you see?
Yeah, it was illegal formation.
Man, it's so much easier having a sideline reporter.
It really is. Because, I mean, we're trying to figure out where the ball's at, how many, what the yardage is. And we can see a flag get thrown, but it's very easy for him to be able to keep his eyes on the official once he knows that there's a flag on the ground.
1st and 15. Trips right this time for McAlester as Washington Maisie has the ball. Dumps it on a screen pass for, I believe, Jordan Clark again as he gets to the 25-yard line, gets those 5 yards back. It's either him or that was Braden Bumpus, I believe.
Right there. I mean, McAlester really likes to do a few things.
Yeah, that's Braden Bumpus.
They like to do a few things. The wheel route, the screenplay where they just release you, set that backer down, that running back right there. And McAlester executed that one to perfection. And keep in mind, Blade Smith did hit a 42-yard field goal 2 weeks ago. So you don't necessarily need to score a touchdown, but you want to get 2 for 1, but you know that you can kick a 42-yarder.
This is 42 yards from right here. The snap. Jordan Clark, pop pass over the middle. It is caught for a first down inside the red zone. And on the catch, that is Braden Bumpus. He's been on both sides of that pop pass. He's thrown one in the state semifinals against Bishop McGuinness. This time he receives one into the Pop Scuttle Corn red zone. 27-14 North Main Street, McAlester. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. Clock restarts, 20 seconds left in the half. Looking for the end zone, one-on-one towards the corner. We have a pass interference. Being tugged in the far corner of the end zone was Brandon Smith, and this ball's going to go half the distance to the goal, I believe.
I mean, they just ran a straight go ball down the sideline into the end zone, and it looked like he was going to be beat because that ball was going to get to him on the side, right there in the corner.
He was tackled.
And he just went ahead and pulled him down.
Pass interference.
But if you're a Cougar, you like it because it saves 6 points.
It also stops the clock. McAlester can... I mean, they have 15 seconds here. If you want to toss it to the end zone, here's the deal. If you run the ball, again, McAlester doesn't have a timeout. If you run the ball, that's not ideal because I don't think you can set up for a field goal in that amount of time. Ball's going to be set at the 5, so don't be surprised if you can expect a couple of passes here before they try for a field goal. Trips right again, ball on the left hash. McAlester down by 2, 15 seconds left in the half. KWM once again going towards the corner of the end zone, and this time it's guarded up well. Deontay Lindsay on Brandon Smith. Only 1 second went off the clock there. And we have second down and technically 4 coming up, and the heavy set is coming back out. And if you're coming in with the heavy set right now, this is really do or die time. Because if you don't get it here, it does not look like you're going to be able to get a field goal off.
Yep.
Well, there's the heavy set. They're going for the field goal. They're going for the field goal now. As Blade Smith, they're setting up on the left hash with 5 seconds to snap it. 4 seconds. This is for the lead before the end of the half. Snap, hold, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through. McAlester does take the lead. With 11 seconds left on the clock, McAlester does take the lead. 3-2. So we're going to have one more kickoff over to the Ada Cougars. And we'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go Buffs!
Now, McAlester took the lead 3-2 on a field goal made by Blade Smith. That was how long was the field goal there? 16-yard field goal by Brandon Smith. But, Chase, if you were able to tell, McAlester had a little bit of trouble getting on the field. What was the commotion like down on the sideline?
Well, watching, I thought maybe, because I saw they had the kicker out there, I didn't know if maybe they were just bringing him out for a regular play, and in case they don't score, they were setting up for a field goal, but just some confusion. It looked like they didn't know they were going to kick a field goal, but they just got it off, and now they benefit by it as they lead by 1 here with 11 seconds to go.
Now, McAlster's got to be careful because Ada does have a timeout left, and it's also 11 seconds, and you have LaKeven Richardson, who broke one for 74 and 85 yards last week, so he's back deep to return, has already returned 2 and had some space on both those kicks. So Blade Smith, it's going to be a very interesting kickoff here. Let's see what McAlester decides to do. We'll have a drive summary for you at the conclusion of this kick as there it goes, end over end, near side, and there'll be a chance for LaKeven Richardson at the 15-yard line. He runs right, now sweeps it out right side to the 30-yard line, evades a tackle to the 34, and will go down the far sideline out of bounds with 2 seconds left on the clock, and now a late flag coming in. And this might be 15 yards after the play. So maybe a Hail Mary chance here for the Ada Cougars with 2 seconds left. But while we wait to see what happened, let's have a drive summary.
That was a 9-play, 54-yard drive that took 2 minutes, 37 seconds off the clock. Finished off with a 16-yard field goal by Blade Smith. That's your drive summary by TNW Tire. Come in, say hi to Gail and Doug, and see our technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with our 24-hour road service. That's TNW McAlester, 918-426-6571.
So that will put the ball at the 47-yard line on McAlster's side of the 50. So there is a chance here for the Cougars to score with 2 seconds left. And by the way, they do not have any timeouts left. I was looking at the quarter on the scoreboard. That's my fault. So no timeouts left for the Cougars. So it's just one play to see what they decide to do with it.
McAllister's in a heavy prevent defense. Got a man playing center field right there. So anything close, McAllister's going to do their best just to try to knock it down.
McAlester gets the ball to start off the second half. Last play of the first half. Boyles back to pass. Waits. Goes down the near sideline for Richardson. Is picked off and tackled immediately. McAlester with the interception, and it's the first one of Jackson McKinney's career. The freshman comes up with a pick, and McAlester will take a 3-2 lead at the end of the first half. A defensive battle here for the 99th edition of this historic rivalry. The Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry will begin shortly. You're listening to your home from McAlester Sports, KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
In honor of me starting my senior year of college, we're going to be celebrating this month. Oh, cool. Where's the party? Right here at the dealership.
Wow, Morgan. Normally we honor people when they graduate from college, not when they still have a year left to go.
We'll include your TT&L on any vehicle purchase this month.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester. Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards. For more than 50 years, First Realty has Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer is always #1. Vickers is having a Labor Day furniture sale. This includes our great selection of Lazy Boy recliners, and just in time for football season. Plus, we're having a half-off special sale on all remaining outdoor furniture. Come see us, Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
And please welcome to the field the McAlester.
So in the third game of the McAlester baseball season, the Buffaloes lead the Ada Cougars 3-2 at the end of the first half. No, it's been a defensive battle between our two teams, almost a carbon copy of what we saw last week. A team led by 2 for the majority of the first half, and then at the very end, the final 15 seconds, the other team comes in to take the lead. 3-2 is our score. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Again, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. So no touchdowns in the first half. We had the safety on a troubled snap in the first quarter, and McAlester with a Blade Smith field goal with 15 seconds left. Well, it wasn't a 16-yarder. I think it ended up being from the 5. That would have been a 20 from the 5. I'm trying to do math here. Should have done that during the break. 22-yard field goal. 22-yard field goal for Blade Smith at the end of the first half gives McAlester the 3-2 lead. So, Phillip, my question to you, what was your opinion on the first half?
Next question. I mean, defensively, you couldn't ask for a better outing if you're Kevin Harmon for the McAlester Buffaloes here tonight. And matter of fact, if you're defense coordinator for the Ada Cougars, you can't even ask for anything better. Both teams came in. They have a game plan defensively, and they executed it. McAlester, you shot yourself in the foot. You fumbled. Cleveland Williamson coughed the football up and went on to have a turnover on downs. Then you had the safety. Then you threw an interception, a fumble, whatever you want to call it, because the ball never hit the ground.
It depends on – it's a judgment call because it depends on if Jordan Clark had the ball first or not. Like, if he had possession, then that's a fumble. If he didn't, then it's bobbled in as an interception. What did you rule it as, Larry? Did you rule it as a fumble? So catching a fumble.
Just the fumble didn't hit the ground then. I put it down on my paper as an interception just because.
Stats overrules you. Come on.
No, I'm not arguing with him. But what I'm saying is, like, that's just what I initially put it down as because the ball never hit the ground. And then after that, it was like watching Iowa play football, punt. And I
love defense. This is the game for you, and we've had some pretty good defense.
Yeah, and you know, we said earlier today after we got everything set up, we sat here and we talked with Derek Catridge, who is our amazing PA for all McAlester sports this year. Sounds like doing softball, now he's doing football, and he told me, he said, you know, he's like, I wouldn't be surprised if this game is a blowout this way, or if we're sitting here at halftime scratching our heads because we have a very defensive battle. And I said, absolutely, I feel the same way. And I was like, this is how I feel the game's going to go. And I said before everything started tonight, the first team that makes a mistake and gets behind a score, maybe even two, is the one that is going to lose the football game. And very early, you saw McAlester with that safety. And then what happens? Ada's starting to drive the football field. And it's looking like Ada's about to go up on you anywhere from 8 points to possibly 10 on you. And so McAlester, they were able to change some stuff, got that interception. Very sloppy football, both sides offensively, or is it just better defense? That's the question.
I'm leaning towards better defense, but McAlester, here's the deal. They feel like they should be up way more than 3-2, but if you ask an Ada fan, they think the same thing. They were bitten by penalties. So it's kind of both ends of the spectrum here. So I want to send things down to Chase for a sideline report. What did you think of the first half, and what's the vibe of McAlester like right now?
Well, I'll tell you, the vibe, just fan-wise, it's pretty good right now. It's a packed house. It's now looking more like standing room only. But I'll to complain about when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the only points that were scored were given up by the offense. The defense, they've done a very good job tonight flying around, not getting beat deep, tackling well. Other than that very first play of the game from Ada, they have sewn things up, and Pfeiffer Mitchell is playing like a man possessed tonight. He's all over the place. And then offensively, it's just sustaining drives. It's something that we didn't see from them last week. And in the second half, they didn't have the ball as much. Obviously, one play in the third quarter that they scored on last week. But offensively, it's just sustaining drives, and you got to figure out the quarterback-center exchange. That has just been a killer for them, and we've seen it. It's reared its head every week now up to this point, but you're winning at the half. It's hard to complain. I would just say offensively, you fix a couple of things, and I think you got to feel good about where McAlester could be when this thing's hit 3 zeros, 4 zeros on the scoreboard.
I mean, McAlester figured it out in the second half last week, and maybe they'll do it again this week.
Right.
But by the way, before we go to your difference maker, wanted to give a shout-out to McAlester Band, the pride of McAlester. I wasn't able to do this during the pregame show. We were rushing, trying to get it done before we got started with the game here. But I think they're still selling tickets tonight and giving it away tonight for a 5-burner gas griddle. I think that's what the Band Booster Club is doing right now, because they're going to be giving it away at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I still think we might have a little bit of time to be able to get your name in the hopper for a chance to win that. Again, we're not only celebrating the rivalry of McAlester versus Ada, the football teams, but also the battle of the bands tonight too. So this is going to help raise much needed money to replace old, outdated instruments. So a big shout out first off to McAlester Band, and if time is still available, maybe you can get a chance to win a grill here. It looks like a griddle. Yeah, it's a Embers 5-burner gas griddle. So we want to make sure that if there's still time that they can do that. So that sends me into your difference maker for the first half. Me, it's easy.
I mean, if you're going to sit there and you're going to say who's a difference maker for McAlester football and you don't say Pfeiffer Mitchell, you're a liar. You are looking in the mirror at yourself, and you are the biggest liar I have ever met, because this dude, he's seeing GT counter coming one way. You should not be coming in the backside A gap on a GT counter, catching the running back at the line of scrimmage, or even chasing the running back down and hitting him from behind for a gain of 1 or no gain. That's just something you don't do. You see that, you yell pull, 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 and it initiates that play side backer to be able to know what's coming on, get his head turned around, hit that pulling guard, and you basically kind of just play cover up, in case something comes back. No, this dude is yelling pull. Will Spears engages in that GT counter, and then Pfeiffer Mitchell's coming in. He's cleaning it all up, and he's doing it very violently. And then I also want to give a shout out to Will Spears, because Will Spears They doubled. They didn't really run a GT counter. This one, they were just more going with the lead play. A lead read is what they were doing. And what they do is they double the nose tackle, and then once they hit the nose tackle, get him about a little ways, then the the left guard disengages, hits the backside backer. Because what they're doing on that lead is they're going to bring it right up behind them, and they're going to cut right off that backside backer. He's seen it. He saw them double team right there on that defensive tackle, got down there, initiated the contact, and washed the left guard off of him, and was able to make that play.
I'll give a close honorable mention to Jordan Clark. Offense started catching some rhythm when Jordan Clark started running the football. And I hate to say it, and Eric, if you're listening, a couple of runs there in that final drive was a little Eric McCarty-esque. The cuts looked like it, man. It was great vision.
The cuts and also the Dragon dudes. And, I mean, that's exactly what you want. And also, Mr. McCarty, if you're listening, he threw the pop pass just like you did. And
true.
And he hit his captain.
Yep. So, again, it is 3-2. McAlester leads at halftime. So, from scores around the district and area coming up next, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's in McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. That was one of McAllister's, I believe, 2 forced turnovers today, as they've had an interception by Brandon Smith and also one by Jackson McKinney. Again, McAlester leads at the end of the first half 3-2. That's our score here in MacTown. Let's look at some scores from around the district and the area. Brought to you by your scoreboard update. Sponsor, Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. They're your full-service automotive repair shop, brake work, and heat and air repair. Plus, we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Phillip, take it over.
I wanted to let everybody know the 3 Arkansas games, I was not able to find scores yet for Durant and Gravette, or Gravette, however you pronounce it. Also, Northside and Coweta and Kelly and Springdale. So if I can find those,
because they're all out of state, so it's going to be hard to be able to get those scores in the first place.
So it's going to be a little difficult for those. But I was able to find out that Booker T. Washington was up on Central 28-0. Shawnee up on Ardmore 21-6. The Cardinals 42, the Edison Eagles 6. If you're just tuning in with us and you missed the pregame show, the Drumright Tornadoes beat the Quinton Savages 36-6. The Webbers Falls Warriors beat the Canadian Cougars 50-6 last night. The Battle of Gowan Mountain, Hartshorn goes over the mountain. They're up 28-6. The Boggy Bottom Bowl, here we go. We talk about it being defensive. Colgate 6. Wampus Cats, nothing.
Okay, so Colgate with an early lead here.
Holdenville Wolverines, Okemah Panthers. Brandon, you were right. It's 54-0 at half. They're going to run that clock second half. And Henrietta Wilson was up 22-6 on the Bulldogs. And they scored a touchdown, hit the 2-point conversion. They're now up 30-6 last I saw. And now, one that's going to be kind of a little shock.
Okay.
Tahlequah Sequoia, 13. Eufaula, nothing.
Oh, wow. So here in week 2 of the football season, Eufaula is down to Wilson. What you say, Wilson Henrietta? Or sorry,
Tahlequah
Sequoia. That's right.
Wilson Henrietta is who Savannah's playing.
That's right. And by the way, quick note on Savannah, just because they're losing like that to Wilson Henrietta, they're going to be a very good team this year.
Oh, yeah.
So Savannah, that's not a fluke from a couple of weeks ago. I think they're still going to be a really good team, but they just ran into a really tough team at their home place this week. So, we'll see how the rest of the game turns out, and we're going to be speaking to Coach Cherry on K101 next week on Tuesday to talk about the start of the season and then their next home game next week. So, again, those were your scores from around the district and also from around the area. We're going to look at stats and keys to the second half coming up here on the Buffalo Halftime Show. McAlester leading 3-2 Again, this show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
We want to recognize our athletes that were elite 100%ers. And these guys are from many sports across the country.
That was the final play at the end of the first half. The McAlester Buffaloes lead 3-2. That interception by Jackson McKinney to end the first half. Again, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. McAlester up 3-2. Again, Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry.
I just want to give a quick shout out. If you are watching on YouTube, you see some student athletes out there at midfield. Those are our non-football athletes who went 100%, didn't miss a single day of Summer Pride. So I just want to shout out to each and every one of them. We did they had the football players that made 100% before the game. So I just want to give congratulations to those young student athletes.
Absolutely. Real quick, let's go through our stats here. We had, starting with Ada Cougars, Richardson had 10 carries for just 9 yards and 1 carry by Jalen Wortham for 1 yard. Brock Boyles has already thrown the ball quite a bit. Looks like he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has gone, that is 6 for 14 for, looks like 120 yards and 2 interceptions. A lot of receivers. We have had Deontay Lindsay. He has had 2 catches for 31 yards. Richardson has had 4 catches for 35. We've had a reception by number 18, Will Johnson, for 29. A reception by number 5, which is Kanan Parker, for 5 yards. And number 23, Karan Richardson, he's had a catch for 7 yards. So far, looks like 8 penalties for the Ada Cougars. They had 10 yards rushing in the first half, 120 yards passing, 130 total yards, averaging about a yard a rush and about 5 yards a play, 7 yards a pass. Going to the McAlester Buffaloes now, who lead 3-2. We had Jordan Clark with 6 carries for 27 yards. Kason Washington Mazey, 8 carries for 8 yards. Kason Washington Mazey has also gone 1, 2, 3, 4. He has gone 6 for 10 for 62 yards, and Jordan Clark has had 1 pass for 12 yards. Looks like Cleveland Williamson has had 4 catches for 35 yards. We've had 1 catch by Jordan Clark for 22 yards, and Braden Bumpus 2 receptions for 12 yards. There have been 3 penalties on McAlester for a total of 30 yards. McAlester has had 109 yards, just 21 less than Ada, but are again leading 3-2. 35 rushing yards and 14 attempts, 74 passing yards and 11 attempts. They're averaging 2.5 yards a rush, 6.7 yards a pass, 4.4 rounding up yards per play. So let's start off with Chase here. What are your keys to the second half, fellas?
1999, celebrating their 25.
I don't know if Chase can hear us right now. Chase, keys to the second half. What do you got for us, if you can hear me? I think we might have lost Chase.
He's working on it.
Yeah, he's speaking to somebody on the sideline right now. We'll start off with you, Phillip.
Keys to the second half, take care of the football. For almost 24 minutes, you saw Kason Washington Mazey trying to make lemonade out of rotten lemons. You know, some snaps are bad. And there's only so much stevia that you can put in to make that lemonade taste good. Got to get those snaps up. Secondly, when those snaps are good and you got the ball in your hand, got to take care of it. Can't quit giving Ada more opportunities, because if you give the Cougars too many opportunities, they're going to capitalize on them. Lastly, you have got to get lined up. You got to be ready to roll. You saw McAlester burn all 3 timeouts there in the first quarter. And if we could have had just one of those on that last drive, maybe this game's 7-2, maybe it's 8-2. So just some mental mistakes offensively. Defensively, do not do anything different. You're playing a great defensive football game. And, if you just take care of the football offensively, touchdowns and scores, like big scores, are going to start to come in.
All right, so it looks like we lost connection with Chase real quick. If Chase can hear me now, just turn on your mic whenever you get the chance. But I think we lost connection with them. We're going to try to get that fixed in the next couple of minutes here. But that is the end of the first half. That was your Buffalo halftime show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. McAlester leads 3-2 and get the ball to begin the second half. Again, Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on KNED.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. First National Field, Hook Eales Stadium. At the end of the first half, again, it was 3-2. McAlester took the lead in the final 11 seconds on a Blade Smith 22-yard field goal. And now, as we get ready for the second half, we're about to have our kickoff sponsor. That is Red Duck Tattoo Studio for all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available, Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. And again, we have Buffalo Roll Call. We had Randy Hughes checking in. The GOAT, Randy Hughes, is tuning in, saying great job. Thank you, guys. Still trying to get Chase McNutt back to being connected over here on the sideline. Again, he's got the...
I think he might be good.
I think he might be close.
You said his name and he looked this way.
Chase, can you hear us? Chase, can you hear us? He is trying really hard right now. He was listening to Eufaula play-by-play for a while. He's got the wireless radio on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
We got
it. Chase, are you good?
By the grace of God, we're good, and we are back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. But, yeah, we're back. Looking forward to an exciting second half of football.
Again, about to kick it off for the Ada Cougars is number 42, which we did not get a number 42 on our roster. So I'm not quite sure who that is.
No, not on this one either. You know,
we had a kicker listed as number 33, Braden Holloway, but that's number 42 for the Cougars. Buffaloes will be returning left to right, by the way. First kickoff of the night for the Cougars, as this one's up in the air, and here we go again. 19-yard line, the Buffaloes will return. It looks like Brandon Smith to the 25-yard line to the 30 down the near sideline, and a good tackle made by number 5 of the Cougars. That is Kanan Parker, and the Buffaloes will start this drive at their own 33-yard line. So, Chase, we didn't get to get your thoughts at halftime. What do you think are the keys to the second half for McAlester, and what's the vibe like for the Buffaloes coming out of the halftime locker room?
Vibes are calm, just on the sideline. Nobody is really worried about anything so far that we saw in the first half. I think they feel good about their game plan, and my keys for McAlester offensively, just sustain drives, and let's get the quarterback to center snap figured out.
All right, so trips left for McAlester to start off this drive. Beginning the second half, McAlester leading 3-2. Ball's in the near hash at the 33-yard line. Jordan Clark on the right side of KWM. Here's a snap, a little toss out over to Jordan Clark near sideline. Has space to the 40. First down, yes, first down for McAlester after the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds by an Ada Cougar. Only had 29 yards of rushing in the first half, Jordan Clark, but he was paramount in their final drive that led to 3 points for McAlester and their lead. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care on a gain of 11. Again, more time with your provider. Same day or next day appointments and even at-home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. Trips left on first down and 10 from the McAlester 44-yard line. Buffaloes moving the ball, if you're listening on radio, left to right. It's KWM in the gun with Jordan Clark on his right hip. Washington Maisie gets the snap, tosses it again, same play, and the Ada Cougars read this well. And a great job by Jordan Clark holding on to the ball, but this will be a major loss. We're talking a loss of 4. There was either just a great read by the Cougars or a missed assignment by the Buffalo blocking. It was just a missed block.
Missed block out there on the outside by Cleveland Williamson. And they're just going to go with that's just a lead toss. And, if it worked before, do it again. And that's something that Coach Maisie and this Buffalo offensive play calling team do. If something works, they go right back to it real quick, catch them off guard. But you got to get your blocks on the outside. If not, you're going backwards.
Braden Bumpus in at running back, right side of KWM. 4 seconds to snap it. Still trips left on the near hash. Ball, snap, Washington Maisie rushing right to the 45 and tackled and stopped in his place back around the original line of scrimmage. Gets back to the 44-yard line. We're looking at 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, right there you can watch. Well, if you're watching on YouTube right now, looks like GT counter, but it's going to be a quarterback, going with a quarterback counter on that one instead of handing it off. And that play side defensive end seen it, tried to blow it up. Luckily, KWM was able to evade that tackle, get back to the original line of scrimmage, and now bring up a 3rd and 10.
McAlester football breaking the huddle a lot quicker here. They got 8 to snap it. 2 receivers each side. Case and Washington Maisie looking for the screen pass to Cleveland Williamson, who's got the catch, but he evades the tackle, but still didn't get very much. Gain of 2, but I thought for sure, I believe that was number 15, that would have been Eli Justice. It looked like he was going to have the tackle for no gain, but Cleveland Williamson able to muscle his way for a gain of just 2. So 4th down and 8, the Buffaloes have to punt it away after getting their first play for 11 yards, only are able to get 2 in their next 3 plays.
Yeah, great play there defensively by the Cougars. They snuffed it out perfectly. Going to look to that left, come back with that Jill route coming back at him. And good work there, Cleveland Williamson, got something that could have been nothing.
Back deep to return, I believe that's Gavin Hamilton as McKinney gets this one away. It's a nice spiraling punt that'll be taken, and an attempt at a return is LaKeven Richardson, actually, as he bounces off one tackle, and look at some space down the near sideline. There should be a hold, and there will be bringing this one back. LaKeven Richardson will take this one to the house, but Jackson McKinney was held at the 45-yard line, so this is going to go back to the other 45. LaKeven Richardson did take it all the way back to the end zone, but a holding on the punter, Jackson McKinney, is going to put this one at the Ada 45-yard line.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're in the stands and you saw that one, that's a textbook hold right there. McKinney was the last line of defense, and the poor kid, his jersey was almost coming off his shoulder pads, and then he was holding his arm. He was like, we got to go score a touchdown, and good eyes there by this officiating crew to see that.
So that will put the ball at the Ada 45-yard line. McAlester maintains the lead. But in a defensive battle, 3-2, McAlester leads, 8:46 left in the third quarter.
And at that negates what looked like a 76 to a 77-yard punt return.
Because he grabbed it around the 25, 24-yard line, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so they don't even start this drive on McAlester side of the 50 after that long return. Like we said, on the near hash, 45-yard line. Ada had 130 yards of offense in the first half. Let's see what adjustments they made. Let's see if McAlester can continue to wreak havoc. Boyle's in the gun with the running back on his right hip. The snap, play action, passing left, caught by Richardson, who almost took that one to the house, as Will Spears delivered some punishment. First person to get there, I believe, was either Jackson McKinney, or as we do have a Cougar that is down, though. Richardson is the one that's down. McAlester players are trying to help him up. We're going to take an injury timeout. Right now it's 8:32 left to go in the third quarter. McAlester leading 3-2. It'll be 2nd down and 2 when we return.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
Back into action as we have a tip pass in the air, and this one falls harmlessly to the turf. We'll have 3rd down and 2 coming up. It was Brandon Smith that was actually down for McAlester. He was the first person to make contact with Lakeven Richardson before Will Smith came in and made the finishing tackle. But it looked like he got up, and he's on the sideline over here on the near side. Thank you to Chase McNutt, who told me during the commercial break, and also to Phillip Jewell Jr. that helped me out there as well. So we do have 3rd down and 2 coming up before the Ada Cougars from the McAlester 47-yard line. A receiver on each side. They're going to stack the line. Looks like a tight end left. A couple of help on the right side as well with an H-back. Boyles to the snap. Handoff Richardson up the gut. Richardson stopped in his tracks. Needed to get to the 40. Barring a late push, he might have got there. He was stopped at the 46-yard line. He had to get to the 45, rather. And he did get the first down. He was stood up at the 46-yard line, and then a final lunge before he was able to be tackled down on the turf got him the first down. Somewhere in that pile, he was able to do so.
Yeah, I mean, looked like Will Spears got there and was there first, holding on to him, and he just would not go down. Great play there.
Ron Richardson was able to keep the legs moving.
I mean, hey, that's what happens when you're in the weight room all spring, summer, right there. That's what it's for. Short yardage situation, keep them legs moving. Great play, Richardson.
Needed one, got one. Pass out right side. No one was looking. Again, miscommunication on the throw. We had Deontay Lindsay with his back turned to Brock Boyles on a quick pass. Karan Richardson hardly moved from the backfield as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it, and we had cornerbacks really not even moving. Like, no one – the offensive line was selling an RPO, and Richardson didn't even move, didn't even flash for the RPO. Because we had a counter block, what would have been a GT counter with that guard and tackle pulling, and that was
just miscommunication all around there for the Cougars.
Exactly.
2nd down and 10. This time they do carry it, but Karan Richardson still trying to push his legs. Now he's going to get a push from his offensive line before he finally goes sideways. Again, what would have been no gain ends up being a gain of 2, almost 3, and it brings up 3rd down and long. By the way, McAlester, if you're listening on radio, leading 3-2, 7:22 remaining in the third quarter in this simulcast broadcast. Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr. and Chase McNutt sideline. Here come the Sirens. McAlester looking to force Ada to make a decision here. On McAlester side of the 50, down by 1. Or is the team from out west. 2 receivers right. Tight end left. Watch out for Will Johnson. He already has 1 reception today. Back to pass Boyles. Looking right. Has the man caught by Lindsay. Evades 1 tackle and gets the first down. Just past the 30-yard line down at the 29. Now move the chains for the Ada Cougars. 2 Buffaloes were there. Just Lindsay was able to come up with the catch.
Yeah, just finding that soft spot in the defense. They're just right now, it looks like they're in a zone defense, which is going to open up some soft spots right there. And Lindsay just ends up finding the backside of it.
So 2 more 3rd down conversions for the Cougars. That's already, I believe, 4 tonight. They had 4 coming into this game in 2 games. Boyles with a little bit of a low snap, hands off to Richardson, who bounces it out right, has the corner to the 20-yard line and taken down after another gain of 11 yards. Into the red zone go the Ada Cougars. They've been here once before, and they were almost there a second time. And both times McAlester was able to get a 4th down stop. Can the defense do it again?
Great play there by the H-back. He's just set up over there and running that heavy set 12-man personnel. Comes off, hits the outside backer in the face, allows Richardson to slide off of him.
Cougars running hurry up. H-back moves to the right side, 6:12 left to go. As we have a snap handoff to Richards again. Almost the same play, and again he bounces it out right. Stays on his feet, still fighting for yards down to the 11-yard line. Gain of around 7, 2nd down and 3. And Zane Owens is going to make his way out onto the field.
Yeah, they moved that H back, and what they're going to do there, they moved that H back, and they also brought their center. Snapped the ball, got him moving, so that H back initiated the hit on the defensive end, allowing that offensive lineman to wash up the field, hit that outside backer just enough to get him off where he needed, pick up 7 yards.
Make that 6. Looks like 3rd and 4 from the down marker. Snap again. Richardson for a 3rd time in a row. This time not much going on. So we'll have 3rd down. I don't know if I said that earlier, but 3rd down now with 3 yards to gain in what has proven to be 4-down territory. Again, they have not made a field goal nor a PAT this year, talking about the Ada Cougars special teams. 5:14 remaining in the 3rd. McAlester holding on to a 1, if you're talking about baseball, run lead. Again, 3-2 is our score. Boyles in the gun. 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. Passing out left side. It's knocked down. It was tipped first by Braden Bumpus. Had a man for a moment. Deontay Lindsay was crossing over the left side, and it was tipped by Braden Bumpus.
Yeah, you're right here by the Buffaloes. They read it perfectly. Just a straight quick slant. Bumpus feels it, drops back. Great play there. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf. But right here, 4th down. They're not going to kick it. They only need 3 yards for that 1st down. You got to kind of lock up on these receivers. Make sure you find the flats. Make sure you keep these soft spots in the zone covered.
4th down. Can McAlester do it again? The snap. Running play by Brock Boyles. Met and tackled at the 13-yard line. In the area, Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell. And Will Spears was the one that delivered the punishment. Spears says, "Give me that." And you know what? He's ready for more. He's making his way onto the field with the offense. So McAlester is able to hold strong on 4th down once again in or near the red zone. 0 for 3 on 4th down today are the Ada Cougars. McAlester came into this game defensively, allowing 4 out of 6 on 4th down. That has changed. Coach Harmon in this defense is pitching a gem. Dozer package here early. Snap, handoff to Jordan Clark, left side. Clark met in the backfield. Going to be a tackle for a loss as this drive started at the 13-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 3. Ada returns a lot of members on their defense. They did have to replace some linebackers, but this is a team that ended up helping them get to the state semifinals a year ago. But both teams have just been resilient. This is a hard-nosed, a kind of score you'd expect from the 80s.
Yeah. Or if you're watching Big Ten football.
Snap once again. This is Dozer package. Jordan Clark has some room to the 25-yard line. He's got a 1st down. If at first you don't succeed, try again. After losing 3 yards in the previous play out of the Dozer, they just move it right and is able to find their way to the 25-yard line for a 1st down. McAlester.
It's beautiful play design right there. And, I mean, just like we said during halftime, you know, Eric McCarty, if you're listening, these runs look just like you. And I want to say right there, Jordan Clark was in the air, going right over the line of scrimmage in the air, shifted his hips just right.
We saw for 4 years McCarty do that little shift to the left, and that's exactly what it looks like. It's pretty cool. On the right side of KWM is Jordan Clark. Trips left, the snap on 1st down and 10. Quarterback run by Casey Washington Maisie, wrapped up by the hips and taken down. Will Johnson in the backfield, who a year ago had 50 tackles and 6 sacks. And that will be a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 coming up.
That just comes from this backside right here. Pull guard tackle. Nobody equates for him. He comes upfield. And
a lot of speed there by the senior Will Johnson to get over there that quickly.
If you're running a straight quarterback run like that, quarterback counter pulling your guard and tackle, your running back's got to block that backside.
Trips left, 2nd and long. Washington Maisie back to pass. Looking 1-on-2 down the near sideline for Rodney Washington, and it is picked off. He stayed in bounds. That's number 7 of the Ada Cougars, J.D. Dugan. And that is their first interception, I believe, of the season.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because the other one was a fumble. They took 21, and here's a late flag here on the Ada Cougars, I believe. Chase turned his mic on. I think he saw something there.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be on Ada. I think it's just a celebration penalty.
It was thrown around the 40-yard line. What an arm from the official that threw that flag. So it's after the play.
Oh, yeah, that was way after the play.
Accepts his celebration,
Foul on the Cougars.
I believe, and now moving back 15 yards from the spot of the foul. But, yeah, J.D. Dugan with the first interception for the Cougars, who had 21 a year ago. Again, they had no turnovers coming in through the first 2 games, and now they have forced 3 officially, if you want to count the safety, 4 in this game. It has been turnover galore because we've had, 2 picks by McAlester. We've had 1 pick and 2 fumbles by the Ada defense. So the ball eventually makes its way inside the 30-yard line to the 29, 2:59 left in the third quarter. It is still 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the snap. Handoff, Karan Richardson up the middle. Met still driving his feet to the 31-yard line. We're going to see a gain of 3 as they say got out to the 32. 2nd and 7. 2:45 left in the third. Now, 2 defensive battles in a row from McAlester after we had an offensive explosion in week 0.
Official timeout.
We do have an official timeout. Clock stopped at 2:37, and we're back and ready to go.
Jersey was ripped up over the shoulder pads. They just had to get it lined out.
Boyles in the gun. Gets a snap once again. This time we'll pass out right. Pass a little high, but caught by Deontay Lindsey. The Texas Tech commit makes it a first down out to the 45-yard line. Knee went down at the 44. Move the chains for the Cougars. They want that one-on-one matchup out there. McAllister's defense has been great with those playmakers so far, but they're trying to establish the run to make sure they have more one-on-one opportunities like they had there.
And right there, that was an RPO. Guard tackle pulling, flash the back, get your eyes looking, thinking that it's going to be a run, and then just throw that backside slant. That's what they were trying to do earlier. Nobody just was on page.
Snap on first down and 10. One-on-one going down the seam for a man. It is incomplete. Thrown around the 20-yard line. Great ball by Brock Boyles. Looking for Deontay Lindsey, and they're breaking it up. Jordan Clark. He has had a great 3 games to start the season. And there, he's the one that make the play to prevent the big play.
Jordan Clark just played center field on that ball. He's seen it coming, plays center field, covers a lot of ground. And that right there was a great pin and release by the corner, knowing what's coming. And Lindsey just streaking out, running a go ball down the sideline. Shout out Jordan Clark.
2nd down 10. Pass is batted in the air. It's falling to the turf, and it does hit the turf. Again, harmlessly, but we do have a McAlester Buffalo that is injured inside the 40-yard line. Chase?
That's Braden Bumpus down. I think it's his left leg. They're stretching it out. It might just be a cramp. That's kind of what it looks like.
And that's what we're hoping for. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Ada will face a 3rd down and 10 with 1:51 left in the third quarter. The Buffaloes leading 3-2 here on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go!
So as Chase mentioned, it does at first really look like a cramp here for Braden Bumpus. That's what we're hoping for, but he was getting stretched out. He's making his way, although slow, off the field by himself along the near sideline. 3rd down and 10 is coming up for the Buffaloes, or excuse me, for the Ada Cougars at their own 44-yard line with 1:51 left in the third. McAlester leading 3-2. Boyles back to pass. Passing over the middle, and he found a hole in the defense, but it is incomplete. Covered up quickly were the McAlester Buffalo defense. Will Spears applied the pressure on a pass intended for Kanan Parker. And on 4th down and 10, the Cougars will punt the ball away.
At this point in time, Brandon, you're obviously happy. You're joyful that you are currently leading this game 3-2, but I'm at a loss for words to how to describe it.
Here's the punt away from the Cougars. It's a shorter one still, and it takes a McAlester bounce around the 33. Goes sideways, and this is where McAlester will start their drive right at their own 33-yard line. Yeah, I didn't expect to see a 3-2 score. Who was the coach for Virginia Tech? And Chase, you can chime in if you want to. But
do not insult the god Frank Beamer himself.
The Frank Beamer meme when it was 0-0 at the end of regulation. He came off the field. Man, it's not that much of a defensive battle, but we have had a slugfest tonight, just like we did last week in Poto, Oklahoma. So 1:37 left in the third quarter. McAlester is leading 3-2. Still looking for our first touchdown of the game. Can McAlester do it here on this drive? 2 receivers to each side. Clark, the running back, on the right side of KWM. Ball right between the hash marks. Man in motion, and we do have a false start. McAllister's been pretty good of not having a ton of penalties tonight, but that one is going to move him back 5 yards. Yeah, I mean, McAllister's been, in terms of penalties, the more disciplined team.
Yeah.
We'll see if it ends up for a win for him. We still have about 13 and a half minutes of game time to decide that. They only had 4 penalties for a total of 10 yards a week ago against the Pirates.
Chase McNutt texted us. He said, these dang drums down here. He said, I can't hear anything.
Case in Washington Maisie one-on-one, trying to go with a run to the 30-yard line, but he's going to be tackled a yard short of that. Only a gain of 1. We have 2nd down and 14 on the way. I don't think even gave him the 29 there. No gain on the carry. If anything, half a yard. So 2nd and we'll call it 15. Clock will run, 1:15 left in the third. McAlester trying to find a way to not just preserve this 3-2 lead, but also increase it. In last year's game, saw a combined 64 points. Tonight, 5. 55 seconds left in the third. Trips right, 1 second to snap it. Case in Washington Maisie waiting for it. Did McAlester call a timeout first? They did not. We have a delay of game. Coach Maisie is coming out down near hash mark, and he's yelling at his offense.
Yeah, you got to get set. You got to be ready to snap the football.
Now we're looking at 2nd down and 20. The ball's going to be at the 23-yard line. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd down and very long for McAlester, who has not ran a play on the other side of the 50 here in this quarter. Snap, Maisie rolling out right. Looking downfield, still looking, has no one, has not thrown the ball, throws it late. And will it count as a pass here? It will count as a pass, but it's incomplete. Threw it away late, but he still threw it near the realm of play. There could have been a play if you have an Ada Cougar defender that has the awareness. That could have been a terrible play for the Buffaloes. But he's able to have an incomplete pass, and instead of a loss, it's still 3rd down and very long. So 3rd and 20 for the Buffaloes. 39 seconds left in the quarter. 3-2 advantage. Jordan Clark again is the running back right side of Case and Washington Maisie. Ada's side is loud for their defense. They've shown out well. A lot of people standing along the far side. Here's the snap. Washington Maisie steps up, tries to throw it over the middle. He short arms it. He was looking for Brandon Smith, and it is incomplete, and McAlester will go 3 and out. The Buffaloes will have to punt it away once again. They have had 1 first down, and it was the very first play of the third quarter, an 11-yard carry by Jordan Clark. And since then, they have gone 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It's looking a lot like the second half for McAlester against Broken Bow a couple weeks ago. So Jackson McKinney will punt this one away from his own 13-yard line. And LaKeven Richardson took one back to the house, but a hold prevented that from being a score. This one's a line drive punt. It'll bounce. And Richardson will leave this one away as it goes sideways at the Ada 39-yard line. Another great punt by Jackson McKinney. I know we mentioned players and impact players for McAlester and difference makers. I know we spoke about Pfeiffer Mitchell, spoke about Jordan Clark. Jackson McKinney, the punter, has flipped the field and given McAllister's defense a little bit more breathing room so far in this game.
You know, and I know we talk some about, college athletes. We talk about Nick Martin, OSU guys, OU guys. But this is seeming very esque. Like if we were going to do a press conference, Jackson McKinney would be the first guy out, just like Venables did last week.
So I'm talking about my punter. I remember that. Here's the snap. Hand off to Richardson up the middle. Bounces off one defender. Spin moves into another, and he's tackled after a gain of, we'll call it 4. Second down and 6 on the way. Ada does not have to snap the ball again if they don't want to. They have 9 seconds to do so. They have people running up to the line. Now they're running off the field. They're not going to get this ball off in time. So put those 4s up in the air, Buffalo fans. It is 3-2 after 3 quarters of play. And McAlester Buffaloes trying to hold on for the win here in this 99th edition of POTAC. This is Buffalo Football here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We begin the 4th quarter with the score 3-2. McAlester leading. Karan Richardson has a carry on the left side. Tries to hop another man and does so before he meets a tackler at the 47-yard line as they go out of bounds. And this will be 3rd down and short coming up for the Cougars. Again, McAlester leading 3-2, 11:52 left in the game. This is so far on pace to be the lowest scoring McAlester Ada game ever. The lowest scoring McAlester Ada game of all time, courtesy of downtown Nate Brown down there, was in 1966. Ada beat McAlester 8-6. Both teams were in District 2A3. Here's the snap. Boyles is under pressure, and he's going to be sacked down at the 41-yard line on, once again, miscommunication by the Ada offense. Looked like they just didn't know if they wanted to hand the ball off or pull it and throw. We're going to have to look at this one again. So it's going to be 4th down, and the Cougars are going to be forced to punt it away. Will Spears in on the tackle and the sack.
Great read right there. Will Spears sees that guard tackle pull and runs the blitz. Hit it at the mesh point, and he almost Aaron Donald them and just brought them both down.
It's miscommunication between Boyles and Richardson. As there's the punt. It's a high spiraling one, but again, once not that far, but it does take a Ada bounce at the 30-yard line inside the 20. It'll be down. I don't know why they went to touch it at the 16. It was continuing to roll, but it'll be down at the 16. And McAlester, who's only had 1 first down in the second half, trying to put together a drive here. On their first play of the 3rd quarter, they had an 11-yard carry by Jordan Clark, and they have not done much since then. So it is 3-2. McAlester on top of the Ada Cougars with 11:04 left to go. I don't know if we've ever seen in a McAlester Ada game that has not seen a touchdown before. I mean, if it's 8-6 is the lowest score that we saw before, then it's either you have 2 field goals and a safety or there was a touchdown.
Yeah.
2 receivers left, H-back left. Jordan Clark on the left side of Kason Washington-Maisie in a 3-2 game. Washington-Maisie at the snap. Toss that over to Jordan Clark. Clark looking for room. Has the corner to the 20-yard line, down the near sideline to the 25. He gets to the 30, and this will be a first down for McAlester. So just like the first play of the 3rd quarter, first down, first play of the 4th quarter, first down, Jordan Clark. That's brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. The band is playing that song too.
Oh, they're playing Narcos now?
They're playing Narcos.
Nice.
Shout out Pride of McAlester.
I want to point out they went with that lead toss to this side, brought the H back in, used him to get that outside kick instead of just using the receivers.
Ada showing pressure. Nice move by Casey Washington Maisie in the backfield. Delivers a stiff arm down the near sideline, and he makes something out of nothing here. I think he might have gotten close to the first down marker, if not a yard shy. Nifty run by the junior, Casey Washington Maisie. And now he'll come off the field, and it'll be dozer package here for the Buffaloes. But Jordan Clark comes over to speak with, I believe that's Coach Maisie.
Quarterback counter, and they actually crashed on Jordan Clark. Watch this play. Pull the guard tackle. They crash on Jordan Clark, makes a man miss with the stiff arm, and they just took off. That's not how you design it up, but if your running back can take 3 out, let him take 3 out.
Dozer package, Clark at the head of it. Man in motion is Braden Bumpus. Here's the snap. Jordan Clark left side, cuts it back right, first down. McAlester, we do have a flag at the 39 as Clark was tackled at the 45.
Oh, no, put it back, young man. Don't want to get another one on you.
What, did someone pick up the flag? Did someone from McAlester try to pick up the flag?
Yeah, a Buffalo picked it up like...
Did he think it was like a glove? It is a hold.
Yeah, he was the one the flag was on, and then he just goes over there and picks the flag up. And
at least no one pulled a Travis Kelce from like 8 years ago, or however long that was.
And when he threw it?
Yeah, when someone threw a flag at Kelce, and then Kelce grabbed his towel and threw it at the referee. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not what you do. But McAlester did not do that, but that also hurts their chances of getting a first down on this set of downs. It moves them back to the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 10.
You were in prime position right there with Dozer, and you just shot yourself in the foot.
10-12 left in the game. McAlester leading 3-2. Snap, Washington Maisie looking for the screen pass to Brandon Smith. Makes the catch at the 30-yard line, around one defender. Cuts it back right, has a little bit of room. Uh-oh, to the 40. Cuts it out right, still on his feet. First down 50 to the other 45. Stutter steps and runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line. He covered a lot of real estate. And he's looking for a mortgage, but he was denied access to the house. But he'll settle to get the McAlester Buffaloes to the 36 official yard line of Ada. What a move by Brandon Smith.
Let me be Chris Berman real quick. Whoop, whoop. And he was rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling, making men miss all around. And looks like we're going to have a timeout.
We'll take that timeout. McAlester leading 3-2, 9:52 left to go in the game here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Ball is placed at the 36-yard line after a great catch and go by Brandon Smith. 9:52 left in the game. McAlester is leading 3-2 over the Ada Cougars after one of the biggest plays from scrimmage for the Buffaloes. They go back into dozer package. Will Spears a little bit late to get onto the field, but again, Jordan Clark at the head of it. And emotions, Braden Bumpus to the right, back to the left. The snap, Jordan Clark has it up the middle, has a positive gain, but then he was wrapped up from behind, and then he's brought back around the 32. Still positive gain of, give it 3 or 4 yards.
Clark on the run, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down, and we'll call it 6 or 7.
Yeah, even though he was late getting over there for Dozer, just very effective. Picks up 4 yards there on the ground. Could have been more, but he was able to get around Jordan Clark's waist, and that's what. And when that happens, it's very hard to drag defenders, and so there was a good play there by the Ada Cougar defense.
10 seconds to snap it on 2nd down. They're calling it 6 on the scoreboard. 2 receivers each side. Washington Maisie with Clark to the left of him. Snap, rolling out left. Washington Maisie gets around, passes it, has a man wide open right through his hands. James Barr Jr. If he makes the catch, it's a first down near the 20. Instead, we're looking at 3rd down and 6 for the Buffaloes. Good throw across his body by KWM there.
Yeah, that's plays you want. I mean, just straight design sprint out. Jordan Clark picks up the blitzing outside backer, and it was there just right through his hands. I mean, that's exactly how you design it up. If you're going to run a sprint out, running back picks up the blitzer, whoever's coming into his face, and you just got to finish it. That's all there is to it.
I think James Barr might have been looking at where he was going to be going before the catch. That happens to everybody. Happens to NFL players too.
Exactly.
Clark at the head of the dozer again's got the ball. Left side, tries to get around a defender, but he's slung down for a loss. Loss of 2, and that'll bring a 4th down for the Buffaloes on 4th and 8. And Jordan Clark is still on the ground. And we will have an injury timeout here and see what's going on. And hope for the best here for Jordan Clark. Hopefully it's nothing serious. 8:48 left to go in the game. McAlester is leading 3-2. We'll take a break and be back on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
In honor of me starting my senior year of college, we're going to be celebrating this month. Oh, cool. Where's the party? Right here at the dealership.
Wow, Morgan. Normally we honor people when they graduate from college, not when they still have a year left to go.
We'll include your TT&L on any vehicle purchase this month.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
So the McAlester Buffaloes are leading 3-2, and this is going to be a long field goal attempt. We're going to speak on Jordan Clark here in just a moment. That's from the 33, 30.
Be a 51-yarder.
It's a 51-yard attempt by Blade Smith. They're going to have someone, LaKeven Richardson, back deep to try to return this. This would be pretty impressive. No wind right now from the left hash.
Timeout Buffaloes.
Timeout McAlester. So we just came from a timeout. We'll take another one here. 8:42 left in the game. McAlester leading 3-2 here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Heckler, you have won the grill.
So McAlester was lining up for a 51-yard field goal attempt by Blade Smith, who earlier this season did drive home a 42-yarder, which looked like it could have been good from 46-47. They did line up for it at first until they saw LaKeven Richardson all the way back deep. Now they break out of the huddle, looking to go for it here on 4th down and 8 from the 34-yard line. Mazey ended up burning one of his timeouts. Both teams have 2 left. It's 3-2 McAlester leads. Cade French is on the field as a H-back on the left side. I think he's got something up his sleeve here. Casey Washington Mazey waiting. Here's the snap. Back deep. Dumps it down. Looking for Cade French, who has the catch, but they're going to be tackled well short. McAlester coaches are begging for a horse collar tackle. Not going to get it. Cade French made the catch, but it was a loss of 3 on the pass, on a screen pass to French. And that will lead to a turnover on downs, and the Ada Cougars get the ball at their own 38-yard line. And we are, as of right now, 8 minutes and 34 seconds away from the lowest scoring McAlester Ada game of all time, according to IWasAtTheGame.com. And that happened back in 1966 in an 8-6 Ada win when the two teams were in Class 2A District 2A3.
McAlester Radio and State Farm agents of McAlester.
So here comes the Ada offense. Brock Boyles, Karan Richardson, Deontay Lindsay, LaKeven Richardson. Receivers on the left side. Again, the line is stacked. Boyles, the snap looking left all the way. Waits once, now passes deep down the far sideline. It's up in the air, and the McAlester Buffaloes pick it off. An interception. And coming up with it, Cleveland Williamson. His third interception of the year, unless you're counting the one on a two-point attempt, was his fourth. First play from the Cougars, the Buffaloes get it back. Fun times with Cleveland today.
There's old friends, new friends, and even a bear sometimes.
So the Buffaloes get the ball right back. 8:25 left in the game, leading 3-2. Boyles went for the deep shot. I think that was for Richardson. Two receivers on the left side. And with Clark, again, we're going to go to Chase after this play, and he's going to give us a tiny bit of an injury update. I believe we have Braden Bumpus on the left side of KWM. Two receivers each side. Here's a snap. Toss that over to Braden Bumpus. Bumpus met in the backfield, but evades both those tackles, and here's a flag. He goes to the right side and tackle down after a gain of 6, but this one looks like it's probably coming back. And while we do look at a possible hold here, Chase, injury update on Jordan Clark if you have one.
Yeah, Clark is over on the sideline standing up, does not have his helmet with him, but it looks like it's a right shoulder injury. He's stretching out his right arm, just looks like he's trying to loosen it up a little bit. I'd say he's probably questionable for now.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Baker trying to stretch out that right arm area. And he's bending his neck to the left as well. Looks like it's around that shoulder area. But still, shoulder pads are on for Clark. So, good call by Chase, just calling it a questionable return right now. He's been, and someone gave him his helmet, but he's again just staying on the sideline for now. Now Bumpus on the right side of KWM on first down and 20. Two receivers each side, snap, handoff Braden Bumpus up the middle, not much going on there. Gain of 2 if he's lucky, if he dove forward for 6 feet. We're at the 8-minute mark left in the game. By the way, Jonathan Herrick tuning in says final from the Battle at Gown Mountain. Miners defeat the Diggers 44-14.
All right.
Thank you, Johnny, for tuning in.
Hartshorn is a good football team, and, as we've said, and, Wilburton, they're going to get a win this year, maybe a couple, but like we said, it wasn't going to happen tonight.
3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. Ball favoring the far hash. 2nd and 18 for the Buffs. They did get 2 yards on that carry by Bumpus. Washington Maisie, the snap, back to pass. Steps up, has a clean pocket. Great job by the offensive line. Passes over the middle, caught by Brandon Smith, and he's off to the races. Down the far sideline, 1 man to beat. Can he do it? To the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He evades the ball through and into the end zone. Brandon Smith, TNT. He's dynamite. $82 yards to the crib. And McAlester scores the first touchdown of the game with 7:15 left in it. Attempting the PAT will be Blade Smith. This is to try to make it an 8-point game. It's 9-2. 7:15 left. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. McAlester leads 10-2 over the Ada Cougars. 7:15 left in the game here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer is always #1. Vickers is having a Labor Day furniture sale. This includes our great selection of Lazy Boy recliners, and just in time for football season. Plus, we're having a half-off special sale on all remaining outdoor furniture. Come see us. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
Far and away the biggest play of the game. Brandon Smith just delivered it. We'll have a drive summary for you here in just a moment. 7:15 left in the game. McAlester scores the first touchdown of it. 10-2 is our score. Blade Smith with the boot, and we're back underway. Kicks it to LaKeven Richardson, who will take it at the 16-yard line. Excuse me, that's Deontay Lindsay. Lindsay working left, ran right into a Buffalo, and he's tackled down there at the 33.5-yard line. And we have that drive summary for McAlester, the first touchdown of the game. TNT, baby, TNT.
That was a two-play, 72-yard touchdown drive that took 1 minute and 10 seconds off the clock. It was capped off with an 82-yard touchdown pass from KWM to Brandon Smith, and the point after was good. That's your drive summary by TNW Tire. Stop in and say hi to Gail and Doug and ask about the Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that fit your budget. That's TNW Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
Came into this game averaging 37.8 yards per catch. That's going to increase that. Here's the snap. Boyles rolling out left. He looks down into the flat. I think this one might have skipped. No, it's going to be a catch along the far sideline. Caught at the 39-yard line. Again, kind of hard to see down the far sideline. But Chase, Brandon was your impact player, and he made an impact there, to say the least.
Not just Brandon, Cleveland Williamson as well, who had the huge interception that set up that play. So not to brag, but I feel like I picked a good.
So McAlester is leading 10-2, 6:41 and ticking left in the game. 2nd down and 5. Boyles hands off to Richardson, sweeping right. Richardson trying to get the corner and tackled right at the 40-yard line. Gain of only 1, ran a long way for 3 feet. And Pfeiffer Mitchell there once again. Him and Noah Leonardo in on the tackle.
Hey, you see Leonardo right there. He's following that lead out there. He stutters because he's thinking that Richardson's going to come back in, but he stays with it. And it allows Pfeiffer Mitchell, Will Spears, and the rest of these Buffaloes to be able to work down there as well. Great play there defensively all around.
3rd down and 4 for the Cougars. The Buffaloes stop him once more. Boyles in the gun, running back right, the snap. Boyles looks right, looks left, passes over the middle. It is almost an incredible grab. It looked like he hit the turf.
No.
That was almost one of the greatest catches I've seen in high school football. But Kanan Parker could not hold on. He reached out with his left hand and nearly brought it in, but the turf ended up knocking that ball loose. And it's 4th down and 4, and the Cougars will have to punt it away. And with the defense that we've seen, McAlester could ice this if they could have another touchdown. But again, offense, not because of, I'd say, all the trouble in the world. It's been at a premium because of how good these two defenses have played. Boyles gets the snap. He will boot it away. End over end punt. It's a high one. No one's back deep to return. And it takes a McAlester bounce at the 30 and down at the 33-yard line. McAlester takes over with a chance to possibly ice this game.
1st down, McAlester.
5:42 left. McAlester leading 10-2. So what do we think, fellas? Do we think TNT is going to stick for Brandon Smith? He's only a sophomore. He has to have that nickname for a couple more years.
Hey, I like it. When you see this young man play basketball, football, stats said it perfectly. He's special. He has something about him. You know, he turns a corner real quick, and he's a phenomenal athlete. And he's one of a kind. And McAlester, if you're faithful, if you were in the listening area and you're sitting at home watching on YouTube or just listening to the radio, you got to start coming out and watching him play and not only him, but all these kids, because you got some studs.
Let's see if these studs can ice the game possibly. Leading 10-2, 5:42 left in the game. McAlester at their own 33-yard line. H-back left, receiver to each side. Here's a snap, handoff. That's a new running back in the game for the Buffaloes, getting to the 35-yard line, still pushing to the 38-yard line and down there. Who's that number, Chase?
That was Cash Tidwell.
Cash Tidwell on the carry, I believe his first one of the season. Cash Tidwell, number 9 with the carry. And a good one at that. Drug a Cougar an extra 2 yards after he was met at the 36. Thank you, Chase. And time will tick, tick, tick. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Just keep the ball in bounds. Don't go out of bounds. Try not to drop a pass. Let that clock roll if you're McAlester.
H-back right. Ada showing pressure. 6 to snap it. And there's a false start. Saw a flinch in the middle of the line there. Buffaloes will move it back 5 yards, and this will be 2nd down and 10.
Right there, that's not what you want because that's going to stop the drive. That's going to stop the clock now.
4:55 left in the game.
Also, penalty written down.
It has been a long time since we've had a game between McAlester and Ada be decided by a touchdown or less. There's been 26 in the series, but we haven't had one since 2010 when McAlester won 21-20 in that McAlester miracle over in Ada, the onside kick recovery. Snap is a little bit troubled. Cash Tidwell's got the handle, and he's trying to hold on to the ball. He's got it wide left, and he's still pushing the pile. Wow, what a run by Cash Tidwell. Cash money on that carry. Gain of 9. It's going to be now 3rd down and 1 on the way for the Buffaloes. That looked like a gain of just 2, and he just kept on pushing the legs.
Yeah, he would not be denied right there. Just great run by Cash Tidwell. And that's what you want to see. And, I mean, started this drive at the 5:42 mark. Already spent a minute off, and we haven't even got a first down yet. That's what you want.
Now, listen, Poto was able to ice the game with 6 minutes left in the game last week. Can the Buffaloes do the same crucial 3rd and 1 coming up? 3 to snap it. And McAllister's going to burn a timeout to see if they want to talk about this next play a little bit more because they know how big it is. 3:50 left in the game. McAlester leading 10-2 here on KNED.
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer is always number 1. Vickers is having a Labor Day furniture sale. This includes our great selection of Lazy Boy recliners, and just in time for football season. Plus, we're having a half-off special sale on all remaining outdoor furniture. Come see us. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
So we have 3rd and officially 2. It is a short 2 here for the Buffaloes to try to get a first down to move the chains and get that clock to tick. They do call a timeout. McAlester with 1 left. They are leading by a score in a 2-point attempt. That looks closer to a yard than it does 2.
Yeah,
I think that is a yard. That's 3rd down and 1. Scoreboard showing 3rd and 2, but that is 3rd and 1. 3 feet from McAlester trying to get a first down. I think we have a new running back in that's going to be Braden Bumpus. Again, Clark is still not returned. H-back right. 3rd and a foot. Casey Washington Maisie danced in the background, and he was swallowed up and sacked at the 37-yard line. Dead to rights with the tackle. That was number 44, I believe. No, 50, but he was 44 before this game, Wyatt Kilgore. And now a timeout called by Ada. They have 1 more left. 3:43 left in the game. McAlester leading 10-2 on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Both teams have a timeout left. 3:43 remaining in the game. McAlester leading 10-2 and are going to have to punt it away from their own 39-yard line. Ada with the all-out blitz. McKinney does get it away. End-over-end kick. Richardson's got plenty of real estate to try to make something happen here at his own 30-yard line. Runs left to the 35 and tackled down one-on-one with a tackle around the 36-yard line. Wasn't able to make out the number over there, but a nice one by the Buffalo special teams unit. We do have an injury update as, Chase, I heard that Jordan Clark was actually in on the last drive defensively.
Yeah, I'm going to shut out Nate Brown for that one. He caught that last drive, but Jordan Clark is back out there at safety again.
So another excellent pump, by the way, by Jackson McKinney. Puts the ball at the 36-yard line. Flips the field, and Ada with 3:32 and a timeout. Obviously, their biggest drive of the game. They've been in or within a yard of McAllister's red zone 3 times. 0 for 3 on 4th down. Trips right. Karan Richardson on the left side of Brock Boyles. Snap back to pass. Looking left, now looking right. Passes out, and again, no one is looking at the ball. Looked like Lindsey and number 14, Colin Christian, were setting up for blocks. And I'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just, again, no one just really on the same page, and that Boyle looks to the right. I mean, they had trips over there, and looked like he was running an out route, and then it just kind of...
Everyone would set up blocking. I think they just got the wrong play. The snap is low here on 2nd down and 10. Boyles fakes the pass now, looks down the near sideline. It's up in the air and almost caught. Down the near sideline, great one-on-one coverage. Jordan Clark. He was right there with number 5, Kanan Parker. I think Jordan's fine. The shoulder pad is out of the jersey, but I think he's fine. With the assist there from Coach Cricket, putting that pad back in the jersey.
And I want to point this out, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening or watching on YouTube. The Buffalo defense has pitched a shutout.
3rd and 10. Boyles passing left. This one is incomplete. They looked long for Deontay Lindsey. Pass was short and too far off to the left. Hey, what time did that drive start at? They only burned 15 seconds on that drive. Now the question, do you want to go for it on 4th down? I mean, you only have 1 timeout left, but if you like the way your defense has been playing, there's a choice here, so this could be the game. 4th and 10 from the 36-yard line. Ada's 36-yard line. Trips right. See if the Black Death defense can deliver. Boyles, the snap, looking to pass right, passes right. With the catch, in motion to the 42-yard line, stopped. Way short, ball came out anyway. McAllister's going to get the stop, about 3 yards shy of the marker. And the Ada Cougars turn the ball over on downs. McAllister will have this ball inside the Ada 45-yard line. Bravo, Black Death defense, baby. Phillip, you mentioned it just before that play was snapped. Pitching a shutout. The only 2 points was on that safety back in the first quarter. It is McAllister ball at the 44 with a chance to ice it.
I want to give a shout out to Dusty Newberry is watching from all the way up there in Bridge Creek or Blanchard actually is where they live. And he said when that play happened, O-line time. Let's take it over. And that's how you ice games away up front.
And the classic ice a game formation, dozer package. Jordan Clark at the head of it, back in on offense. Snap. Clark running left with a full head of steam. Shifts to right, inside the 40. Flag comes in very late around the 40-yard line as Clark is tackled down at the 36. Clock stops at 3:02.
Holding on the offense.
Chase, I heard you try to come in there, but Phillip...
Yeah, Phillip took the words out of my mouth there.
Did you see who it was?
I did not know.
Whoever did it was probably like, goodness gracious, thank you. 3:02 left in the game.
Number 7 on the for the Cougars was sitting there, and he got hit with the flag. He's looking around, and he thought somebody hit him, and then he gets up, sees it's a flag, and he gave the official a thumbs up.
So it was going to be a really good gain on 1st down. Now we're looking at 2nd down and long. And no more dozer package. We're back to the spread. Receiver on each side, H-back, tight end left, 2:54 and ticking. Got 17 seconds. You can let this thing wind down. And they snap it with 14 seconds left on the play clock. Going for a pass, 1-on-1, no, 1-on-2, double coverage, and it was almost picked off, but we do have a penalty coming in. There's going to be a pass interference here as Brandon Smith was going on for the pass. It was at first 1-on-1 with number 7 of the Cougars, that's J.D. Dugan, and then also coming in number 1, Kamari Richardson. And that should be pass interference. Ada, I believe.
As we await the official call, I want to give a shout out to Dalton Mauser. He said he's checking in from Hobart down there on a dove hunt, he said. So shout out to him and everybody that's watching and listening with him.
So it's technically, they calling it a first down still? Yeah, the down marker shows first down. Not all the time is that an automatic first down, but since we had the holding penalty, it's just to replay the down to add 15 yards. So the random first down and 1. Jordan Clark gets the snap, running right. There's daylight. First down, McAlester down at the 30-yard line. Oh, still not down. Officially now at the 29.
Gain of 6, and we have I
think I believe one more first down should officially do it. McAlester trying to get back after their loss to Ada last year, 44-20 in Ada. They are 2 minutes and 34 seconds and ticking away from doing that. Trying to go to 2-1 on the early season in non-district play before they start district play 2 weeks from today against the Quita Tigers at their place. Back to the spread. 9 seconds to snap it, 2:15 left in the game. Buffaloes leading by a score and a 2-pointer. Clark on the left side of KWM. Snap, looking to pass again. Going one-on-one, far sideline. Up in the air, and it is incomplete. There was a chance. Borderline possible offensive pass interference, but that stops the clock with 2:04 left. And does not lead to any points for McAlester, and that essentially works as a timeout there for Ada.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get another score and trying to.
Because if you get the score, you win the game.
Yeah, because you never know. Like, you could possibly fumble the football. Ada gets it. They have a timeout left. If you do put the ball in the end zone, the game's over. So I do understand the play call there. It just obviously unfortunate that it gives Ada another timeout essentially.
Snap, Clark running left. Good block up front to the 25-yard line, and will be pushed out of bounds. And another late flag coming in near the end of this play. As this will be out of bounds around the 25. Clock stops with 1:57 left in the game. And we have another hold. In an 8-point lead for McAlester, trying to hold on to it. The problem when you play a team like Ada is that even if they get the ball back for 2 seconds, they got so many playmakers on this team, you just let them run around, they could find the end zone. You want to end this game with the ball in your hands or up by 2 scores.
No, I mean, absolutely. And, you never know what could happen. You could hand the ball off or, be running it with your running back, helmet to a football, ball's on the ground. It could even be a scoop and score. And
or if you punt the ball away, a punt block, a return, you want to make sure you end this game with the ball in your hands.
Well, Ada had a punt return for a touchdown. It was a 72-yard punt return that got called back from that hold.
And also, after the penalty, stopped the clock at 1:57. 2nd and 15, snap. Washington Maisie going to run it, and he swallowed up. Big loss on the play. And Ada will burn their final timeout with 1:51 left in the game. At the 41-yard line, McAlester will run a 3rd down play here in just a moment. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
So 3rd down and very long. 3rd and 22 for McAlester from the Ada 41-yard line with 1:51 left in the game. Here's a snap. It'll be a handoff, a reverse over to, that's Devion Bickham. Needs a blocker, needs a couple of them. Gets positive yardage out to the 29-yard line, right around the 30s where he's tackled down at, all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. So they do get 12 yards on the carry by Devion Bickham. And now they'll run this clock down. But Ada will have another chance to go down the field and score. Unless you go for it here on 4th. But I don't, because if you kick it into the end zone, the ball gets brought back out to the 20, so it's only a net of 10. McAlester can take a timeout and decide what they want to do, and I think that's just might be what they do. There are 3 men around Coach Mazey.
It would be essentially about a 46-yard field goal if you decided to.
That's true. That's a 47-yarder. And they will call a timeout with 1:01 left in the game to decide what they want to do. We'll take a break and be back here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
So it's interesting to see the different options that McAlester has here. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Blade Smith has already made a 42-yarder. You can either go for it and try to win it here on 4th down and 11. You can try to kick a field goal from 47 yards out or punt it away, and it looks like they're just going to punt it away. McKinney is standing at his own 40-yard line. This has got to be a coffin punt. Got to try not to get this one into the end zone because it's only a net of 10. 1 minute left in the game. McKinney's got the ball. Sweeping right, punts it. Line drive punt. That'll bounce, and it does go into the end zone. So that only ends up being, as it is a touchback, essentially a 10-yard punt. So Ada will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. No timeouts remaining for either team. Ada cannot win the game on this drive. They can only hope to tie. They have no timeouts, 80 yards to go, and 55 seconds to do it.
And I'm just going to point this out there. I'm going to put it out there in the football universe. This game, even though Buffalo fans, we don't want it to, just feels like we're just Ada's one snap away from it being a game that's looking like going to overtime. Because, Ada's had, to start the game, their very first play from scrimmage went 37 yards.
Here's their first play of the drive, and it's going to be dropped. Had an easy catch, and that would have stopped the clock after a gain of 8, and it was dropped along the far sideline.
Second down.
It brings up 2nd down and 10. 4 seconds went off the clock on that one play, 51 seconds left. And this team is full of big play capability. Had touchdown passes of 74 and 85 yards a week ago. Snap. Boyles looking left again. Caught one-on-one in space and tackled inside the 30-yard line and inbounds. So the clock will run here. 3rd down and 3 coming up. 37 seconds. 3rd down and 4. Boyles claps. Gets the ball. Looks left again. Looks left. Passes. It's incomplete, and we'll have 4th down and 4 for the game here. 29 seconds left here in MacTown. 29 seconds and 1 defensive stop from regaining the rivalry crown, from getting the right to say POTAC. Can they do it? 4th and 4. McAlester showing a little bit of pressure. They'll bring it. Boyles looking right. Still looking. Passes. It is caught. 1st down. This game's still alive. Ball came out, and McAlester jumps on it at the 38. And it is a fumble. I see the referee tilting his head up. Yes, it's out. It's McAlester ball. They'll take the win. 22 seconds left in the game, but that essentially will do it. And officially the lowest scoring game, according to IWasAtTheGame.com, in McAlester Ada history.
And I want to point out, Brandon, all Toby Rowland, a year ago, When the Cougars reached up and bit you, you trampled them 1 year later in your own territory.
With a gem of a game by the defense.
A defensive shutout.
10-2, 12 combined points. In the victory formation, there's the snap, there's the knee, and that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. And POTAC, pounce on the Ada Cougars here in the Heartland. McAlester wins the 99th edition of this historic rivalry in a slugfest that will be spoken about for years to come. Unofficially the lowest scoring game in McAlester Ada history, breaking the record by 2 points, set all the way back in 1966. And the McAlester Buffaloes once again win 10-2. We'll take a break and we're going to be having our post-game stats interview, so on and so forth coming up. And that'll be brought to you by the fine folks over there at McAlester Direct Primary Care. Again, final score 10-2, McAlester wins here on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is a proud supporter of our McAlester Buffaloes. As your hometown dealership, we're supporting and cheering on our Buffaloes every step of the way, on and off the field. Check out Patriot's unbeatable selection of new Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles, all backed by our exclusive Patriot Pledge, a lifetime engine warranty. Lifetime engine warranty. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, where community and commitment drive everything we do. Go Buffs!
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
In honor of me starting my senior year of college, we're going to be celebrating this month. Oh, cool. Where's the party? Right here at the dealership.
Wow, Morgan. Normally we honor people when they graduate from college, not when they still have a year left to go.
We'll include your TT&L on any vehicle purchase this month.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South.
It's over in McAlester. The Buffaloes win 10-2 over the Ada Cougars. We had the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522. And we have Phillip Jewell Jr. with Mr. Head Coach Forrest Mazie down for the postgame interview.
First off, Coach, what are your thoughts on a nice ball game?
It's sloppy at times, but I'll never gripe about a win. A lot to clean up. Watch out, boys. Hey, JP. A lot to clean up. But I'll never gripe about a win, ever. I'll never gripe about a win.
Coach, next I want to ask you, defensive shutout. What do you got to say about the defense?
Played great. I mean, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, to the tune of what they were supposed to do. And we're playing complimentary football right now, you know. Not every game is going to be like college where you get 45 points. And that's the thing is I think a lot of people are understanding that defense is the key to the championships again.
Coach, next up, a mere 3 points is separating right now this football team from being undefeated, very close to kicking the door down. Where do you want this team to start heading going into the bye week?
I think just fixing the small stuff. I think that they're real close to being – I mean, we're still real close to being kicking the door down, you know, offensively and being really explosive. I mean, we're an inches away sometimes. A missed block here, a missed block there, or maybe a missed blocking assignment on the edge. You know, we're so close to being explosive offensively to the tune of only the sky's the limit. We'll see.
Coach, lastly, it's Coweta in 2 weeks, right? And you go from one hard-fought rivalry game going into a land where we don't like them, they don't like us. This time it's for conference points. What are you thinking about that one?
That's one of our rivals. I mean, that's to me, that's almost a bigger rival than Ada. I mean, for me, obviously POTAC's important, but that's part of it. And like I said, nothing like starting off district with a rival.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
And there was Phillip Jewell Jr. Down over on the turf. He might get someone else with us here. Phillip, are you going to send it back up to me? Do you have anyone else you want to try to interview real quick? Always feels good to beat Ada.
Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I think he lost.
Yes, sir, I can. Sorry,
okay,
my headphones fell onto the ground. But I am looking for Pfeiffer Mitchell real quick.
Yeah, if you can find Pfeiffer.
So you can talk, and then as soon as I find him, I will jump in.
Yeah, just jump in real quick. So, again, McAlester wins this one with a final score of 10-2. And as we mentioned in the postgame interview with Coach Mazie, it was a defensive shutout for the McAlester Black Death defense. It was the lowest scoring game in McAlester Ada history. We're going to speak about that, and that's according to IwasAtTheGame.com. And so McAlester is still pumped down there.
All right. Hey, Brandon.
Okay, we got it. Make sure that they keep it a little bit cool. I know it can get kind of hot after a rivalry win.
That's right. Pfeiffer, first off, Davion Bickham and Bump, they just said, hands down, best linebacker in 5A football. I think that's the truth. But more importantly, it's a POTAC win. What are your thoughts?
You know, I mean, came out here today. We obviously wanted the W, and it wasn't a pretty win, but you just got to play 4 quarters of gritty football. And we came out here, and our effort was at a premium, and we got it done, baby. And I had probably one of my better games I've had in my high school career. I was very, very, very happy with our team's effort today and how we played.
You know, just yesterday you sat on coffee with the coach. You didn't understand just how big this rivalry was until a year ago when we got our teeth kicked in there in Ada. and now you're wearing that C on your jersey. What does that mean tonight, wearing that C on your jersey, sending Ada back with a gritty loss like that?
It's almost like a dream, man. I mean, I've been trying to be the best captain, the best leader for this team without the C on my jersey, and just to be picked by the coaches and my fellow peers. And they chose me to come out here and lead them in games like these, and to just know that I got that job done, and that I didn't have to say anything. My teammates are running up for me. It's amazing. I'm gonna sleep really, really well tonight.
Yes, sir. God bless. 3. I look forward to covering you 2 weeks. We go to Coweta.
Yes, sir.
Hey, from down here, you can tell the vibes are immaculate. This is what a POTAC win means, baby. Back to you, Brandon.
All right, so excellent interviews by Phillip Jewell Jr., again, color analyst for the McAlester Buffaloes. Again, final score here in MacTown, 10-2. The Buffaloes take down the Ada Cougars. Here in the Buffalo Postgame Show, we're going to be having some thoughts on this game, a couple of thoughts on this one. And like I said, it wasn't always pretty. Coach Mazey mentioned that as well. But a dub is a dub, and you're never going to complain when you beat the Ada Cougars. Again, next year it's going to be 100 years. Well, it's been over 100 years, but the 100th game between these two teams, according to I believe the McAlester Athletic Department is where we got that from. But again, McAlester wins this one 10-2. It was a gritty defensive battle, and we'll speak more about it in just a moment. Again, 10-2 the final score. This is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care. Again, we will be transitioning to audio only for those that want to listen on their way back home, so you don't have to hold a phone up the entire time and just watch four guys act dumb. So make sure that you just tune in to KNED. It's either on your radio dial at 98.3 FM or 1150 AM. You can also go to the KNED app. That's that blue logo when you look for it in the App Store, or you can go to McAlsterRadio.com and click on the KNED tab, and you'll be able to hear us for the postgame show. So again, that'll be coming up in just a moment. Again, 10-2 our final score. We'll be back in just a moment. Radio only here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!